What's going on, guys? We are back for, I guess, session 5. Yeah, session 5 of our Pathfinder game. We will start. I don't think anybody has hero points they need to make up for. So we're just going to kick off with getting behind characters' eyes, hearing how they feel about things for no reward at all. Rolling a d4 from left to right as I see it on my screen. Starting with Sarah.
I need to make up a hero point.
What'd you use your hero point on?
Um.
Oh, it was the stealth, wasn't it? Yeah. I remember. Okay. Well, Sarah, Papa Emeritus has been through a lot of shit lately. How you feel? What are you thinking about?
Still trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. Right now I'm kind of still trying to make decisions about what I want to do, whether I want to help the rebellion or do what I came out here to do and stop it. So I'm just having trouble figuring out what to do with all these feelings.
Fair enough. And I shouldn't have closed the dice thing. 1d4. Donald, you're on.
Okay, so going through Lucia's mind at the moment, she knows she is in not the best situation at the moment. Having a nice talk to Papa Emeritus, things are going to be quite interesting from this point onward, especially with a certain halfling.
Dun, 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 dun. I keep closing the dice. I should not close the dice. I'll roll a 4, watch. Nope. Donald, your feelings again now. There's the 4.
Just go half. Just odds evens.
And we got a 1, so Joe, you're on.
Okay. Well, daring escape time. Maybe. The best word would be fortuitously. Someone slipped up with my chains, allowing me to gain the advantage over the guards. And then I guess someone else fortuitously teleported or wandered their way into our little prison complex, and well, now it's time to teach these fools why you don't lock up a trollkin who thinks he's a 15-year-old human.
All right, Van. The hero of the day.
So Pogue is conflicted a little bit between kind of his general nature of out to do the right thing with who he views as kind of his oppressors, whether really or not, and he wants to believe the best, but has no indication. Yet he's still like, yeah, okay, we'll let him out. Even though there's a really strong part of him that's saying it's not a good idea. On the other hand, he's he's feeling more comfortable with the Trollkin, which is weird because they're completely opposite in a lot of ways. But at the same time, he realizes that the Trollkin doesn't trust him. And so he's trying to kind of, make that right, but feels like he can't be honest and stuff because these other two are still there. And so even though some of the covers have come off in terms of him being a former slave in Cheliax, and so you understand some of his hate about Cheliax now, and he definitely doesn't see them as like fellow people suffering under the yoke of imperial oppression. He's sort of, I don't trust them, but this guy that I want to trust doesn't trust me. And then just to throw things in the mix after escaping from guards and bouncing around with this halfling who's been using him, he feels like, it's like, hey, you're a halfling, you're part of the rebellion. I'm like, really? Then there's this crazy ass elf that they just rescued, and it's like, it's one of those end of the days, like, are you kidding me? So I think that's where Pogue is these days.
Fair enough. So you get your hero point. Everybody's level 3, and let's roll initiative. It's gonna be wonky because we're split up, but we'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, so I just put in my stuff, so I need to. There we go.
Okay, so do well. That actually falls in the order it needs to. We'll do Donald and Sarah first, and then
Yeah.
we'll do Pogue and Annerling. So it's kind of open for you two, and the actions are going to be a little different in terms of what takes what time because everybody's split up. But we go to Donald. You guys aren't on that map. I'm trying to just move it over.
Okay.
You guys are back into mine.
Okay, so in the area where I am with Papa, can I sense where my familiar is?
Is there some kind of role to do that?
I don't think so. I would guess my character could feel if their familiar is close by. Their bond is like a kilometer long. You can at least feel that if they're close by.
Okay, yeah. In that case, you can get like a faint ping that like you know that your Raven is okay. They're not dead. They're somewhere around here, but you can't really like pinpoint.
Papa, the door, it is locked. Just curious.
Yeah, door's locked.
Okay, Papa, I have one of two options for plans. I can try to communicate my familiar, try to get the book to us so we can make our break, or we can wait for the rest of the group. Thoughts?
Well, we might as well try and see if your familiar can come over here.
Okay, so I would probably send master vibes to my familiar to try to get my withered spout home to me, so I can actually use some of my cantrips to break free.
Okay, have you statted out your Raven?
Yes.
Have it make a perception check.
Okay, and perception is actually one of its good rolls. 21.
Okay, your Raven, a little like bird cage, which is hanging about 30 feet over a really dingy prison cell about the size of yours. But there's a bunch of like straw and half-eaten bodies and stuff, and there's several other monsters running around down there. Like if someone had been captured with an animal companion, the animal companion has been put here. At present, there is your Raven sees for all like intents and purposes, it moves like a big cat, but from head to toe, the creature is like chitinous, like an armadillo. I don't know if chitinous is the right word, but you get the idea. There's no hair on its body. It's kind of like a purplish gray color. And at the moment, it's just kind of like watching the Raven's cage.
So my bird cannot break free from the cage.
Not without some kind of something to do, no.
Okay, so that's put a wrench in the plan. I was going to.
I should also note that cat that I'm talking about is like larger than a horse.
Okay, so best to have the bird in the cage at the moment, but I know where it is with the other animals. Papa,
right.
If when the rest of the party members get to us, and we want to cause a ruckus to get out, I have a plan. Let's cause cause more of a prison riot, and the animals to cause as much mayhem so we can make a clean breakaway.
I suppose that's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, we get valuable allies, whether they are cannon fodder or not. And we get to impress the rebellion that we are freeing comrades in arms that have been captured. And it give at least to Poe the impression we made a plan to get captured to help the rebellion out. either way, as long as we play our cards right. This is a win-win situation. Any critiques? Besides for Poe being suspicious of us at the very least.
It's worth a try.
True.
Sarah, do you have any actions, any dice rolls you want to make?
While this is going on, do I hear any other noises in the background that catch my attention?
You might hear like a couple of booted feet march past the door every once in a while, but no, nothing's really going on.
Okay, so everything is all quiet in the prison cell.
Right.
I guess this is a good time for us to wait and see what happens if we are to be break free or not. And then show the light to the other players.
Waiting sounds fine.
So no action, Sarah.
Nah.
Then in that case, we're going to pass over to Ennerling and Pogue. Where is your map? There it is. I learned all about how to make not dynamic lighting, but fog of war work, so you guys can't see the whole thing now. Like I'd said at the end of the last session, you can hear booted feet coming your direction. Mercutio looks at you guys. Rivariel looks down at you guys. Well, not down at Ennerling, I suppose, but looks at you guys just kind of like everyone's waiting to see what you guys want to do.
Remind me again what Rivario, he was on his own kind of. Okay, I'll stick with you guys for the moment.
Yeah, he'll follow you guys around. You guys hadn't really got to like any kind of relations per se, I suppose.
Right. Well, Enderling, I guess we should go get the other two, should we not?
Sure. Enderling's gonna take a big whiff. And what do I smell?
Does Ennerling have scent? He has scent, doesn't he? Okay. You smell an elf? No, I can do better than that. Make it in the form of a perception check to determine like details and stuff. Oh, sweet, even better. And a very pretty smelling hat. You smell dust, mold, things you would expect to smell. Blood, certainly. You can pick up like
anything.
You don't smell what?
Like Lucia's perfume.
You do not. You can pick up like vague scent trails of guards as they make their rotation throughout the place. But
do I smell my own stank from like my equipment, maybe?
You do not.
Okay.
Hey, Rivario, where do we do you know where they might keep the others and where they keep big guy's stuff?
Well, I'm sorry, I don't exactly have a map, half man. And as he says this, he looks down at you and then back up, down like the hallway to like the 10 o'clock of you guys, and just, those guards are gonna be here. What do you guys want to do? Are we just gonna stand here?
So can we see that way at all, or down here? I mean, where are there other cells?
There are other cells. There are specifically how many other cells? That many. There are 6 other cells. I'll draw them. We'll say right cha. And my drawing is there's one like right to the right of you.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna cheat the canon a little bit, but we're gonna go 5 and 6.
Okay. You don't think that they would have put them very far away, would you? Say to Enderling.
Our friends? Probably.
Huh.
They probably don't want us anywhere near each other. For reasons that are apparent, as at least one of us has escaped along with our rather unfortunately emotional elf friend.
He just kind of glares at you.
Why don't we just start letting people out?
Sounds all right.
All right.
If they're keeping murderers down here, or at least people as crazy as our elf friend here, then, well, we might have a distraction on our hands.
I agree completely. So
there's a cell here. That's a cell? Is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
So I can't move myself. You have locked me out of the ability to move myself.
Yeah, I guess I should make tokens movable, shouldn't I? I may or may not have just put a black dot on Enterling's nose. Oops. Controlled by all players. Don't everyone be terrible now.
So I'm gonna move to this cell. Is there anyone in there? Do I need to make a perception check for that?
Roll percentage dice, actually.
Roll percentage dice. Okay.
did you decide if when we're doing percentage dice, you're going to give me any kind of luck bonus?
I might give you a little bit. I'm not going to tip it horribly in your favor, but I might give you a little, yeah. Because you are playing a Fate's Favored character.
Yeah.
A 47, you go and look in the cell, and at the back end of the cell, pacing back and forth, almost down on his forearms like a gorilla, but not quite there. There's this really big orc. He doesn't seem to notice you. He seems preoccupied with something else.
All right. Well, I guess I'll let Pogue Mahone's disable device stand, even though I have it myself, if he wishes to unlock the orc.
Do you?
Yeah. Hey, big green guy. Freedom.
He looks up and grunts. He obviously doesn't see you because a halfling. So he comes up to the door and he puts a palm of his hand the size of Pogue's face right into the slot on his door, and you guys see Ceredre's holy symbol etched in it and then fade away.
Nice. So I'm on locking. Hey.
Oh, are you locked too?
Disabling the device.
All right.
Oh, I didn't even see your. Sorry, dude.
All players. There you go.
You just use it for the next one.
Oh, did you?
I assume that the 23 disable device was using.
Yes, that's what it is. Did that work?
Oops, I was muted. Yeah, sure, that's fine.
All right.
You open the cell. As you do this, the booted feet come closer and closer. Out comes, like I said, he's almost dragging his knuckles gorilla style, but he's not quite there. Mm-hmm. Out comes this big orc. He looks down at you. He looks at Mercutio, and he nods at Mercutio. Mercutio nods at him. They obviously know each other. Before your eyes, the orc starts to his arms are already as big as most people's legs. They start to bulge out a little bit. He gets a little more his shoulders widen. He looks a little more feral. His tusks grow out a little bit. And he just kind of he isn't saying anything to you guys, but he looks in the direction of those stairs that are back at your 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Rivariel is gonna he ducks back here, and he's gonna, obviously there's not a board, but he ducks into the room.
Right.
Let me give you guys a little more, because we have Fog of War now. So if I'm doing this right, it should go. That should reveal. Yeah. That should have given you stuff. I'm still kind of learning how it works. And escape. And Enderling can probably see about to there. Boom.
If I remember, there on the GM side, you can actually give the token line of sight, but that is a pro feature, I think.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah,
wrong.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's...
So let's. Yeah, I just have I can click points on the grid, or I could select it holding down the mouse button to do it.
Right.
Let's make. Oh, I have too many tokens loaded. I can never find what I'm looking for. Here we go. Let's have 4. soldiers come to. They see you. They won't. Whoop. Come here, everybody. Oh, I don't have the select. I'm just drawing a Robin. And number 4. They see you in Kellish. They begin, like, everybody tells the guy in the back to go back and raise the alarm. And we're going to go, on that note, back to our other 2 who are on this map. Back to Lucia and Emeritus. You guys still don't hear the difference.
Papa, I know you're a priest of Admedeus, so do you have any spells we could potentially use to get past the door?
She, like you, has been stripped of her ability to cast spells upon capture. She doesn't have her unholy symbol or like spell components she would need.
So the prison we are in, is there any other way to the hallway besides just for the door in front of us? I'm trying to think what we can use to potentially break the door down.
Make a perception check.
So I'm just using my familiar perception. It is better.
But your familiar is not here and you can't use your familiar.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forget about that rule.
Yeah, that's a rule.
Your familiar does get your ranks per level instead of its if you want to actually like invest in it though. You're like 7 or 8, I guess, probably, as opposed to it's like 1.
It is a 9 for its perception, so it's better overall.
I see. Okay, so 13, like I said, there's a terrible bed that Emeritus has been sleeping in, basically like a straw pillow and like a little like ratty, lice-ridden, terrible blanket thrown on top of like a stone slab, essentially. There's no I know you see like a barrel and a knocked-over table and a cage apparatus and papers and stuff, but those aren't there. All you have to work with is that bed.
Okay, so let's see. How heavy is the bed?
It's like I said, it's kind of like just a stone tower that's been dropped on top of stone stuff.
So let's see. Papa, I just want to know mechanically, how much can you carry for an off-ground weight if we're going to be using it like a battle ram?
I think her strength score is like 10, perhaps less.
That is exactly right. My strength score is 10. I can't lift very much.
Okay, my
I think 10 is like 50 pounds ish. I'm not sure off the top of my head.
My strength score, it is 11, so we could probably carry it, but it's just going to be very heavy. So that I'm thinking we probably would fail in that. So what about the? Oh, is there any other structural weaknesses in the prison we are in?
Not off the net perception, no. The door is the only thing around you, pretty much not made of stone.
I can try a perception check, see what I see.
Yeah.
It is a shame that I don't have my withered tome with me, or else I would be using the cantrip acid splash to
just throw 1d3 damage at the door until there isn't a door anymore.
Well,
Sarah, you don't see anything different, Sarah.
I would have had used it to weaken the lock to open it. It's slow, gradual damage to a lock, but it's damage.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
It's the same I don't have my book with me to do that.
It's a shame your feat at 3rd level wasn't eschew materials, otherwise this whole dungeon is tipped on its head.
Yeah.
But props to you for not taking that feat retroactively.
Yeah, my 3rd level feat, when we do get around to it, is brew potion.
Are you not level 3rd?
Yeah, I am level 3, yeah, so...
Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, it's a useful feat, but use that later.
Fair enough.
Look like we need to wait things out.
Yeah, like I said, it's pretty quiet for you guys.
Yeah, it looks like those are our options, or we can try and like trick the guards somehow.
Tricking them generally doesn't work in our favor as of yet. So let's just wait.
There's no guards posted immediately outside of your door, but there's like every like a couple of minutes, a small group of guards will walk past.
Is there any other prisoners that make noise around us? I would assume we're close to other cells.
You don't hear anybody. You're not sure how close you are to anything. Well, actually, you would be sure because you were dragged here. There's like 2 or 3 other cells around this cell, but as you were dragged in, there wasn't any like commotion or ruckus or anything. So you're not sure if they're occupied or not.
Okay, so when the guard pass, and I think it's pretty quiet on our region of the cell, I'm going to try to get the other attention to see if they are there or not.
Okay, so you want to like just shout out of your cell or something?
Yes, I would say, is anyone else in those cells? Just to get their attention if they're there or not.
Okay. Roll diplomacy check. I would say percentage dice, but you're trying to persuade somebody. You're not just randomly peeking indoors.
Yep. Well, it's something I am actually good at. So, does Papa want to help me?
Sure.
Okay, so let's see. Do you have diplomacy as a class? Okay, so 27 for diplomacy.
Okay, so you guys like cram your heads in the little like slap and start talking, and across the way, you guys see this like young woman. She pokes her head up, and as she does so, she has like her head is mostly shaved, but she's been in here for a little while, so her hair is starting to grow back, except for a mohawk, which is flopped over, and like it's kind of like a lime green color. And then like she sees you, and it flashes red. She has one of her eyes is like a deep purple, and the other one is more like a blue green color. And as she sees you, like the eye colors switch back and forth.
Hey, do I know?
Do either of you understand Tien?
Nope.
She says something in a language you don't understand.
My character probably guessed it's a foreign language elsewhere, but can't really tell what it is. Just using my attention alone, probably would guess it's not of this continent for sure.
Yeah, you would know that Tien Sha is a place, and you would know that like there are different nationalities from there.
Okay, so do I know what other languages it is common there?
Not without some kind of check.
Let's see. Knowledge, history?
Sure, go for it.
Yep. Part of me just want to look at the book to see what languages are, but I'm not going to do that. So
That is cheap.
So yeah.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Yep. Papa, do
you assume that like things speak different languages all over the place, and so like
okay,
you assume that she might, for example, speak Draconic, but on the other side of the world, she might have her own Draconic she is speaking. If that makes any sense.
Okay, so I'm going to try how many try the other languages that I know. So it would be Common, Elven, Halfling, Orc, Gnome, Dwarven, Infernal, Celestial, Abyssal, Draconic, Ignis, Necro. Do any of those?
Jesus Christ, yeah. Okay, yeah, stop it. At Celestial, she like up a little bit, and the red hair becomes more of a like kind of like rainbowy colors, I guess. And it kind of like it doesn't like up like a mohawk, but it kind of flutters a little as if it's like caught in a gentle breeze. And in Celestial, she asks who you are and what you're doing here.
Me and my compatriot, we were unlawfully seized by the guards. So what does she say back? Sarah, if you want to add anything, you can.
I had my mic muted. I'm sorry. Make a bluff check, because there's a difference between unlawfully seized and being seized for aiding and abetting a rebellion.
Sarah, do you want to help me in this for not?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so
So the best we're getting on this is a 9, unless.
Nope, I nat one. I nat one.
7.
Stop
Yeah.
everything.
Yep.
Okay, so you start saying what you're saying, and Emeritus nat 1. So as he does so, he does Papa Emeritus speak Celestial?
Nope.
So
Okay.
so he like brain farts on the surreptitiousness you guys are trying to pull off, and as you're saying you are unlawfully seized, he just like slams his hand into the bars, and like the symbol of Serenraid, like it marks you guys as a member of the rebellion, shows up, and the lady's hair turns back to red, and both her eyes turn like red and yellow, and she says something that you imagine is not very nice in her native language, and she turns away from the door.
This is probably, I would picture something anti-Chelish or some type of a slur against anti-Chelish people.
You aren't sure, but you're pretty sure it wasn't nice.
Yep. Well, we are not off to a good start. So,
Any other actions, you two?
nope.
Yeah, I'm good.
And let's go to the fight part. I need to delete like 20 of these maps that we'll never use until I decide I need them again.
I actually find having a folder with all the maps helps, so I can just easily just drag them in if I need to.
Yeah, I need to organize my stuff. Anyway, since we're on combat initiative, it goes Pogue, then Enterling.
Because Pogue then Enderling?
Yeah, didn't you roll a 15? He rolled a 14? Or did I screw that all up?
I was 10.
10.05.
Yeah, okay, so Enterling would go. Yeah, my bad.
Okay, really quickly, what's in the center here? Is that a crystal skull?
The wonders of random maps on the internet. It may very crystal. Everybody else on the internet can see the weird stuff that's all over this place. We're gonna say that is actually we'll say there's no like just a table
Okay.
there.
It's just a table.
Much skull, but
Yeah, say like quickly stare into it. Come on.
No.
Okay. Wish I had my stuff. No matter. The little measuring tool.
breaking out the ruler.
Can move there. I can just charge it. I really need to find my stuff.
Hey, at least you're playing a natural weapons character. You're not completely stripped.
Oh yeah.
One of the best natural weapon classes, it is the monk, especially if you go with a monster race such as a catfolk.
Yeah, I really missed feral combat training before before it got eroded because that feat was so good.
Or even the tiefling with one of the alternate racial traits, you get a natural claw attack or bite.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to whisper to Mercutio and Pogue that we need to move quickly. I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to make a perception check. I'm still trying to find my stuff using any abilities, scent or just by sight, looking for like a storeroom, someplace they would be keeping my stuff.
Okay.
So, which of these we open this one, but not this one?
You opened down like I'll move Rivario. You opened. Well, maybe I won't move him. I need the select tool.
Here. That's
Yeah,
one
that one.
that we just opened.
And then there's one like right where Pogue is standing was where Rivario was, and the one right over was Enderlings.
This is Underlings.
Over to its left. Like you can't really see it because I'm terrible, but it's like your square where you're standing right now, and then like right. So it's putting out a perception check. There's a hallway. You see.
So we open that one.
Roll.
We open this one, right?
Yeah, not that one. The one it's you might not be able to see it, but it's right here in that square. I know that square kind of looks like it goes into a hallway, but this is a game of play pretend.
Okay. All right, so this one is open.
Correct. As well as down here. There are two more doors. One right here and one over here. I should use a color other than black.
Yeah, you can change that.
Do this. Right here. That looks terrible. And right here.
That's fine. Okay, so is there a closed door that's right where I am?
If you would like 5 foot step over, there's a closed door, but you're standing by where Rivariel came from.
Okay, so this slash over me is nothing.
I think that slash over you is I tried to select you to give you control of the token and instead just colored on your forehead.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Good to know.
My bad.
Okay.
So I don't
see. You see, there are two doors. There are not other guards. You hear like the guards back from whence you came are coming at you, but you don't hear anybody else.
Okay. Oh, is it my turn or?
It's your turn when Joe is done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Then it is Poke's turn.
Okay. Well, what's it take to unlock a door?
Disable device.
Right. I mean,
Right.
no. One, 3.
I am not sure. A standard action.
Okay.
Sure, it's like 1d minutes or some noise, but it can be a standard action. That's fine.
All right. Hey, hop up and see if there's anybody in there.
Make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Secretly trying to bait out those nat ones. Yeah, you can you dump the little employer.
Okay. So this is 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Do I get again and another one?
We'll call that your whole move action once you did the acrobatics check.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think acrobatics is... Yeah.
So can I go over and check this one too?
Acrobatics.
So then you could double move and get to that other door, yeah.
Okay, and I want to... So if I'm double moving, do I get to look in there too?
Yeah,
acrobatics.
Sure.
Nice. Consistent.
What percentage dice? You have a bonus, but not much of one. But you don't need the bonus. Okay. Let me look at my Wallow NPCs here. What do I want to use?
You want to use a old mead barrel that's been turned into a backpack.
Yes, I do. You know what? Yeah, sure. In that room there's a bunch of random equipment, it seems, laying in haphazard places along weapon racks and along the walls. You do definitely see like Enterling's backpack, the random bead barrel that's been like repurposed, as well as like you see a spell book with a pentagram on it. You see like or not Enterling. You see a Emeritus unholy symbol hanging from the wall, and some items as well.
So I yell, "Hey, Enderling, found our stuff!"
Excellent.
And I guess I can't actually take an action now to pick, right? Or I can. Okay.
So Mercutio is going to not be on the draw tool. Mercutio is going to follow you guys over. He kind of like sidles up next to Pogue, like peeking his head out, like. And the guards out of the darkness. There's you don't see. 5, 10. We'll move them there for now. I guess the only person who can see this is Enterling, so Enterling make a wrist check.
Yeah.
Okay, so as the guards get up to here, the one on the disappear. No in there, but see the action of coming out and grabbing, and you just hear like a quick, just like a quick scream, fall like the noises, death rattles. The other two guards, they notice. They'll go in the room. They have time. They can do that. So they are in here. They should have ended up there. Well, they had the move speed. They can do that. And let me grab guy, and he is where he is. Come on, buddy. There he is.
Orc.
He goes in that room too, and you hear him like. Either one of you speak Orc?
No.
No. Giant.
Not yet.
Then you hear just like shouting in Orcish, and like the shouting kind of turns into like guttural howls, and people start screaming. You kind of hear like the crunch of bones.
Nice.
And let's go back to the other two. It sucks when part of the group is in combat and the other group isn't, because it seems like you guys don't get near as much time, but there's more scary things going on.
Well, don't worry about it. I am partly helping Sarah out with useful spells she can pick up along the way.
Just private messaging all these spells that she needs to get.
Yeah, it's just partly me as a GM and want to make sure we have a proper chance to survive and do quite well. And also in my character to help people out as well, especially if it helps her out.
I mean, she has played Divine Casters before. She's never played an evil one, but the difference is like Bane, not Bless, from what I understand of it. In either case, it is on you too.
Okay. So, Pop seems in there. Doesn't like me, so do you want to try the other cells? So how many in the area around me besides just the one across me?
Look out.
Okay, so let's see. It's a low ball chance that no one is in there, but it doesn't hurt to try to get their attention.
Okay, so are you going to try to like diplomacy check again or something?
Yes, so try to convince them in common. Is anyone down there?
Okay, roll diplomacy.
Yeah, it is a shame that I don't get to use my trait modifier as these people, they're not above me in rank. So 26 in common, and then assuming that she's helping me out.
I assume that's an 8 another.
Yeah, so 28. And
okay, no one really like pokes their head up. You hear again in Tien, it's a little longer, but you imagine the sentence is just as colorful as the person who is saying it.
And Celestial, me and my associates, they're on the way to free us. Do you want to join in the jailbreak when they come to free us?
Make another diplomacy check now that you're specifically targeting somebody.
So, can I make out any exact details what this person is? Besides
You
just
can't
being-
see them now.
Okay, so
You could try to you saw them do stuff, so you can roll something.
nope, that's not necessary to roll that roll. So 22 with the aid included.
Okay. This is a perception check, correct?
No, it's a diplomacy check.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, so
So is she
pops
convinced?
her head back up, and in Celestial, she says well, of course I'm going to help, and she puts her hand up to the door, and you see that she is a member of the Cult of the Dawnflower. Her symbol is a little more rainbowy, and as it burns into her flesh, it kind of imagine a rainbow starting and like you see in those old cartoons, whoosh across the sky, kind of like that. And as it goes away, it's the same idea.
Okay, cool.
Whereas hers just kind of fades in, fades out. Hers has a lot more sparkle and pizzazz.
Cool. So we are on the same team then. Once my comrades come to free us, I'm going to tell them to free you as your ally.
She nods.
Mm-hmm. Do you know if there are any other prisoners in this ward?
She nods again, but this time it's a little she can't really hide her feelings, because as she nods, you get the feeling she's trying to sarcastically, yeah, and as she does so, her hair color flares up and her eye color flares up a little bit.
So the prisoners in the ward close to us, do they have any jailbreaking abilities we can use to get out of here? To free the others as well.
She laughs but doesn't say anything else.
Well, it's time to wait and see what happens. If my plan goes off as planned, my comrade should be in the proximity in the near future somewhere. Papa, anything else to add? And switching back to comment to him.
Right now, probably our best thing is just to wait here and see what happens. But we probably, if we're gonna be shouting about the rebellion and about jailbreaking, it's probably not the best idea to be shouting that.
I guess we would not be doing it in a shouting voice. What would be a audible noise that she can hear us, but it doesn't really travel far.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a percentage dice myself this time to see if anybody hears you. I want to be involved. Why is there not a percentage dice in the basic rolls? 1d100 plus nothing. Go. Okay, yeah, you guys are fine.
Yep. I was worried something terrible was going to happen.
Yeah, it crossed my mind.
Yeah,
these guys are yelling across cells.
Yeah,
at each other.
I was thinking maybe the general come by and thinking, wait, you said you were going to help me out, and it would be an interesting scene then. But Papa, do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, Sarah, do you have anything else to say?
Not at the moment.
Let's go to the other two to see how they're doing.
To see how they're doing as things are dying and being crunched and sliced and all terrible. All right. Enderling is top of that initiative.
Okay, let me zoom in. Ugh. Tell me, what do you have to use? 2 different maps with 2 different resolutions? Come on.
I do not. Do I really?
Yeah, on my screen it's 2 completely different resolutions. So if like
That's what I get for making the maps on a crappy laptop with Windows 10 because I was lazy. Well, you know it's crappy compared to our gaming computers.
That's 20.
I can't notice it from my end.
Well, everyone's like standing in the way. Well, 2 small characters are in my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go into the room.
Okay. Make a perception check
I'll put myself like right here. I'm in the room, but
into the
no,
darkness.
the room is. I need to unlock the room actually.
You do need to unlock the room.
So I'll wait here. I'll wait for Pogue.
Then it goes to Pogue. Do 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 do. You there, Van? Ah, oh, you are there. I see. Okay, yeah, 28 is more than enough. You're able to get the door open. Make a perception check.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was mute.
Story of my life.
Yeah, I open the door. Make a perception check.
Yeah. So the first thing you see when you open this door is like it's kind of like propped up like you would be in a weapon rack, but it's just simply too big. There's this axe that looks more like a not like a traditional weapon so much as like it's just made of like terrible metal and fashioned into axe shape. The blade of the axe is your body. There's a little like hole in the back where somebody might grab like where the blade is, and then where the half is like grab the bottom of it, works off and awkward. You also see there's a really, really nice propped up against the wall, and next to it there's a quiver of arrows, and you notice like the fletching on the arrows is just like all the colors of the rainbow. It stands out really, really, really brightly. And then next to that, it looks like a glaive, but it's a little more like a quarterstaff with like a blade on top of it. Like it's way smaller, but it has a little like rainbow tassel hanging down from it, as well as Enterling stuff, as well as who else we got? Sarah and Donald's characters, their stuff. A pair of really, really, really exquisitely made elven curved blades, and like a chainmail that looks really light. Like it's almost like white in color, but it's really tarnished, as if the person wearing it hasn't taken care of it, or it's been through some really gross stuff.
So,
and as well as that, there's like chests and stuff all over the place. You imagine if you were to stop and take the time looking in here, you could find a lot of stuff.
Right. So we don't know that, Donald, but that's
that it's mithril chain armor.
Mithril.
Yeah, I know.
Montreal.
Montreal.
Yeah. Yeah. When I hear shiny armor, it is either celestial armor or it is just mithril.
I'm not going to put celestial armor down where level players can find it. Come on.
So,
maybe
I did put a luckstone down. I gave it to Sarah, and the luckstone is I think it's like 10,000 gold. So I will say that you definitely, among things, there's a little copper. Nethys is the god of magic. Their holy symbol engraved upon it.
Where? In there?
Yeah, in that room amongst the stuff that you assume to be Papa Emeritus's.
All right. So, does the coin look like it belongs to anything? Or you're just saying
it's sitting neatly on top of Sarah's character's stuff.
Oh, okay.
It is mine.
Okay.
But I mean, you might not know that, but it is mine.
Oh, okay. So, I see that. I trust that there's nothing halfling sized in there.
There probably is, yeah.
But at the moment,
bigger too.
Yeah. So, all right. So at the moment, I'm thinking orc. I'm thinking elf, and I'm thinking they need stuff. I can't possibly grab the axe, can I?
You can certainly try, but like I said, the blade is about as big as you are.
Right. So I will grab I'll grab our party's stuff. Not Enderlings, but the spell books and stuff.
Spell books and okay.
And the coin and the stuff that I recognize as ours.
All right.
And
The coin is a luck stone, and you have Faith's favored, so that's a +2 luck bonus on your saves while you have it.
woohoo! I'll be borrowing that.
Gave the luck bonus to the one without Faith's favored.
So does that bonus stack with the halfling luck bonus?
I don't think luck bonuses stack. I'm not entirely sure.
Yes,
They do stack?
I think so.
Well, if they don't stack, you take whichever one is higher. I think if they don't stack, we can retcon it later, but I'm pretty sure they stack. I think luck is one that do.
Yeah,
Okay.
luck does.
I'm going to head into the room and grab my stuff.
Right. So I've grabbed their stuff, and I grab one of the curved blades. I'm assuming I can carry that much, right? Or no?
He's probably muted again.
I am absolutely muted, yeah. So an elven curved blade in Pathfinder, it's like in Lord of the Rings. It's about that big. These are a little smaller. They're like
Right.
if it is bastard sword, this is like short sword sized.
Right.
But for you, that's like a great sword, so you can carry it two-handed. It's just awkward.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wield it. I grab it. I grab their stuff, and I grab the blade, and I tell Enderling, get the axe for the orc.
Yes, of course.
and-
Well,
Joe,
my
make a
first-
perception check, would you?
Me?
Who, me?
Joe.
Which one? Joe. Okay.
So you see about the same stuff I had described. Pogue couldn't see it because of his size and because his perception was worse, but behind that, it's somewhere between a short bow, somewhere between a long bow, but it looks like it's made out of like dragon horn.
Okay,
Looks
yeah,
like
I know what that is.
It's a lot. You know exactly what it is. It's not a quiver of arrows laying next to it. They're a little less. They're not like terrible looking, but they're far from flamboyant like the other ones. They look like they're a little more just like made to do the job.
Okay. My primary question is, do I have another mutagen brewed up?
From going level 2 to 3.
No. Do I have one in my pack?
Oh yeah. If you had one brewed, it's there.
Okay. Then that's the thing I'm going to do. As a swift action, I'm going to drink that. Using my third creepy arm.
Okay.
And I will be applying Enlarge Person to it. No, I'll be applying Mage Armor to it.
Okay. Is that all you got?
Yes.
Okay, so it's around this time you guys, and by you guys I mean review, you guys start hearing like it kind of sounds like somebody is blowing a like a Boromir style war horn, but it's the same pitch, same note, and it like every couple seconds it winds down, picks up again, winds down, picks up again. Everyone gets the feeling that the jig is up. You guys, like, the guards know that something's going on. The orc steps out, and somewhere there is a Rivariel. And Rivariel steps out. Let's get you a little closer, buddy. The orc, his jowl, like, mouth down to, like, belly button almost are covered in gore. His arms are still like super humongous. And as he approaches you, he kind of like, you see him shrink a little bit. Not anything in terms of like down to Pogue size, but his arms go from being super huge to being the size of like a human's leg. He wipes the gore and stuff off him. And he steps past you guys. Well, he can't quite get to you. So they'll just double move to here.
I'm in the room. I'm just there so I'm not outside.
So you're not taking up space and stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're just moving towards you. You can hear Rivariel just, we need to go now! And like you hear he hears you guys talking about gear, and you can hear like the clink of the scimitars that he was carrying being dropped, and like you hear like his scale mail kind of like shifting, like he's trying to get out of it. Mercutio pokes his head in, and he's like, right guys, we gotta go now. Now let's pass to the other two. Like I said, you guys hear the alarms start to go off. You guys can hear lots and lots of booted feet making their way past you. It is on Emeritus. It is on Lucia. What do?
Papa, it seems that our plan is not going as planned.
Sorry.
I guess we need to come up with a backup plan how to get out of here then. Do you have anything in mind?
For now, we should probably just wait and see what these guards are doing, because we could act now, but we can't really get anywhere while they're distracted. But the door.
If we wait this out, one or two things going to happen. Either we are going to be dealt with like the rest of the prisoners as regular prisoners, or we're going to be have another talking to, as we are different from the other prisoners in the area. Then we maybe can actually use that opportunity to get out of here if the jailbreak is going to fail. And then that brings up the other issue of trying to meet up for the party again.
True. It's hard to say what the best thing to do is at the moment.
As the expression goes, when you cannot make up your mind what to do nothing, as nothing is the best course of action at times.
True.
I probably just out of character, I probably butchered that expression, but it's the point. So let's just wait and see what happens.
It's probably for the best.
So you guys have no actions to take.
Just waiting and watching.
Yes, the mark that the Tian woman had. It's obviously a religious symbol, so could I guess what rank she holds within that faith?
With a knowledge religion check, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Sarah, do you want to help me out in this role? I think Oracle.
Yeah. Give me 1 sec.
You have.
If the Oracle doesn't have knowledge religion, I don't know.
I know most divine casters have religion as a class scale, so.
I think with her mystery, she gets all of them.
Oh, cool. That's cool, like me. So yeah. So 8, 24 for religion.
Okay, so the Serenre's holy symbol is Serenre's holy. The Cult of the Dawnflower is using them to like surreptitiously mark members of the rebellion, but like the rainbow like pattern as it like comes in and comes out, as well as like her hair and her eyes changing color a bunch. It screams Shellen at you guys. The person you can't tell rank, but you can tell this person is probably like, if she wasn't raised in like a church of Shellen, which for those of, I guess Van is the only one who probably doesn't know, Shellen is neutral good, love, beauty, music, stuff like that. Okay. If she wasn't raised in a temple, she probably has really close ties to them because her whole body is just like screaming it at you.
Okay, cool. So we may be able to use this if we get out. So I guess at the end of my turn, Sarah, anything to add or do?
Not at the moment. I'm just, I guess, watch the guards' behavior, see what they do, and plan accordingly.
Okay, 2 guards station themselves outside your door and the door immediately opposite you. They have their weapons drawn. They like, as they come up, they peer into your cell and they get their face like really close to the door. You can see just like arrogant sneers at you, and then they go back to guarding it.
Well, that's bad.
As they do so, several more, I mean, like, not dozens upon dozens, but at least dozens of, like, booted feet are just quickly marching in rank and file past your all's door. And goes to Joe.
Okay, as soon as I have a map, I will move out of the
Yeah,
room.
I'm getting there. Right. Okay.
zoom in now.
Okay.
And so I have to move 10 feet out of the room. And
Right.
then, so what is this way? Is that just a dead end?
One sec. Let me do some revelations here. And bam. The mark on the floor and the pillars are probably there, but the markings on the floor are not. That's what you can see from there. There's on your left, there's a little side passage. And 3 doors. One of them is right next to you. One of them is over here. And one of them is over here. That door is in the middle of the floor. Well, you guys get the idea.
Alright. So, the spokes on a wheel. We should move 20. I'm gonna start moving over this way. That should be the other 10 that I need to move out of the doorway, along with 20 to move around.
Gotcha. So you get yonder. And that one too. Oh man, I screwed everything up. Everybody on YouTube can see me just terribly making polygons. I'm probably going to reveal something really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what got revealed there.
Star Trek symbol has appeared.
Yeah. We're doing that now.
Okay.
There we go. That's what I wanted. There you go.
Excellent.
Then we go to Pogue.
Oh, and I'm gonna drink another potion, probably by a large person.
Okay, let me.
You know what that means.
I gotta do work now. And
no more drawing.
Yeah, just draw a little booger in your nose. That's what a large person gets you. That's actually your tumor familiar. What do, Van?
All right. I'm going to. So you say that down this way is a passageway?
It would appear so, yeah.
And do these doors look like more cell doors or what?
They do.
Okay. I asked these two. You didn't happen to see any cell keys on those cards, did you?
Rivariel holds out his hand expectantly. He says nothing but glowers at you. Mercutio nervously shakes his head and shrugs his shoulders, and the big orc he tells you he's got the I didn't look, little one. And he looks over at Mercutio and he gets down on a knee and he awkwardly shakes the halfling's hand because his hand is bigger than almost his torso.
Mm-hmm.
Mercutio takes his hand again and they say something to each other in Orcish. Mercutio shakes his head and looks sad. And then the big guy looks at you guys I am looking for my friend. She's hurt. Have you seen her?
We haven't seen anybody.
She's pert.
Hurt.
She's lotion.
I look at him and sort of smile and I can see why. And then
he gets a little incensed. You dare think I would hurt her? Mercutio puts his hand on Mercutio gets between you guys and just looks at you and just really, really surreptitiously just shakes no, don't, no with his head.
Okay. So
he says something in Orcish to the big guy. The big guy calms down a little bit.
All right. I say we're looking for our friends too. Do we follow the big guy over here or open more doors? So I tell Mercutio, hey, open the doors. Or ask him if he can open the doors.
He says he'll do it. He looks really nervous, and you guys get booted feet all over the place. You guys get the feeling you have a matter of seconds before guards start to turn the
All right.
corner. And now that the jig is up, like avenues of escape may be shut off.
All right. So I'm going with Thunderling. What are the
Okay.
rules for going through here?
For going through.
Going in between people by half.
Oh, you're fine. They're all allied. You can move through them.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5. This is like a table.
The giant crystal skull, yeah, is much less exciting than it appears to be.
So can I go 6 here or no?
On my screen you haven't moved, but I imagine you're down.
Oh,
there
sorry.
you go. Oh, you just moved now. Okay, so as you go to move, does 1 second. I'm gonna nat 1. I did not. Does that break your CMD?
Does 31 break my CMD?
Yeah.
Probably. So I'm still getting used to where everything is.
Yeah, you're good.
Mine's only. It looks like 15.
Okay, so Rivario, like as you pass him, his hand darts out, and he like bends your wrist back, and you drop his sword, and he picks it up.
I thought I handed it to him.
I did not.
I meant to hand it to him.
Then you don't get it.
Like I was bringing it to you, dude. I meant to do that last turn. I was bringing it to him because it's too big for me. So
he takes it.
Yeah. So when you said that he was clanking around with this stuff, I just thought that maybe you hadn't heard me say I was picking it up to bring it to him.
I guess I didn't. Fair enough.
Right.
Okay, yeah. He has his weapon, and none of that happens. Everything is great.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to steal that shit.
Good. That all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got. The perception roll.
Yeah, go for it.
See if I can.
$28. Okay, so like I said, you get the feeling you have a matter of seconds before guards start appearing from pretty much every direction. You're not sure, like, everything looks pretty nondescript here. There's other doors in this room you haven't checked. The table has, like, there's, like, simple wooden chairs by it and, like, wooden plates with little, like, bread and cheese type meals, just terrible meals for the guards, basically. But the big keynote of that perception check is you guys have not very long before people start pouring through here.
Okay.
Did you have a standard action you wanted to
do? Detect magic?
Okay, yeah, go for it. You don't pick up anything like super. It's what, 60 feet is detect magic?
Yeah, probably.
So detect evil is 60 feet, I'm pretty sure.
Right, let me look and see. Magic. Yeah, 60.
Okay, so you can pick up. You haven't concentrated long enough to pick out certain auras, but you can pick up like back in that room where all the equipment was. There's definitely magical auras. The coin you're carrying has a magical aura.
Yeah.
Stuff that Enterling is carrying, like his mutagens and his potions and stuff, as well as on Mercutio. But nothing like else around you guys.
Okay.
So that's all then?
Mm-hmm. Maybe muttering something about detect evil would be helpful right now, finding our friends.
Yeah. So Mercutio begins to go this way, and as he does so, he like immediately turns around and like, well, I've already moved 5, 10, 15, 30. He'll like, he gets there and he stops. You see him stop, look down that hallway to his right, and he just turns back around running. I'm going to make this. Mercutio had gone like here, then here. This guy is not enlarged, but he has about 20 guys.
Now he's enlarged.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm trying to use it to represent troops.
Right. Okay.
The orc goes in here. Rivariel goes in here. The orc steps out. He's I described, not pretty rainbow bow, but the other one that's like thrown awkwardly across his back, and that axe that looked too big for anybody, he's awkwardly carrying. And he's just like, it starts out sounding like orcish, but it turns a little like bestial as he does it, and his body again like grows a little bit.
Nice.
You can what else can I do? I have my stuff back now. He begins like the growling takes on kind of like a chanting sound as he does so. The blade of his axe starts to like glow awkward like greens and browns. It doesn't like actually get bigger, but the aura that comes around it stretches out, and it takes up almost like double where the axe was of just like this shimmering magical aura. Do I want anybody else to show up? Let's roll a d4. Okay. When they don't stretch somebody, it is a single troop. Well, a single soldier, I should say. The large ones are troops. Can I copy paste in Roll20? I can, can't I? Like if I were to hit a token, Control C.
Yes, if you
Control V.
left click, yeah, you should.
Ah, sweet. Okay. So this guy comes around here, and we're just gonna do that because that's much easier. Yeah, and the soldier comes around to. Oh, you should see it. See, yeah. My bad. I'm still new to this Star Wars. Guys, just drawing that. So we'll go. You see.
I'm just gonna pull.
Stuff right there. And now and you guys hear more of the thing. And
Papa, it seems things are not going as things are not going well out there. Just curious, when me and Papa were speaking with Arthur in here, did it appear they understand Infernal? Quick question. So, when we were talking guards, did they understand Infernal?
Unmute Tommy.
His mic is unmuted. Tommy, you're there?
Sorry, our internet's being weird.
Oh, cool.
cool.
Tommy, so when me and Papa we were talking earlier in Infernal, do they appear that they recognize and able to understand Infernal?
They don't seem to pay you guys any mind. They just kind of like they are actively guarding the door as more of their kind move around.
Okay. I look at their patrol routes to see what their routes are going to be and try to guesstimate what is going to happen. Papa speaking in Infernal. It seems things are not going well out there for the rest of the group.
So you're trying to like look outside your cell to see where they're going.
Yes.
So
yes.
you approach your cell, and as you do so, one of the guards like slams his shield into the door, and you speak Kellish, right?
Yes.
In Kellish, you just sit down.
Okay, I do that. It looks like we are not going anywhere anytime soon.
You
So
guys still hear booted feet all over the place. The rainbow girl from across the street is. I don't know why that's so funny, but she's not. The rainbow girl from across the street isn't doing anything. You just hear
okay,
booted feet.
I check in with my familiar to see how Melvin is doing.
The raven's name is Melvin. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it was that. It was that, or go with Nevermore.
Fair enough. Have him make a perception check.
Yeah, Lenore is also a pretty good comic book series. So
Does the Raven have a better perception check than the Master does?
yes, it's due to the alertness, wisdom modifier, and being a class.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was wondering, like, I had it in my head. Jump.
Yeah, I don't
dump to just terrible. You see the animals in the room where your Raven is, like you can see Mercutio's dog is in a cage. What else? Various like animals of all shapes and sizes. Imagine like every druid animal companion, every cavalier's mount, every wizard's familiar has been like stage about the size of like the back of a semi. It's been broken open, and that cat that was eyeing like there's a big, and it's kind of just like, you know, when you go to the zoo around feeding big cats just like pace around waiting for the food. It's kind of like that, back and forth by the door. It's like its whole body is like back ready to pounce.
So
you can hear the alarm from there. You can hear booted feet all over the place.
So there are other wizards in the complex. That is good. We can. Let's see. Are there any other ravens?
There are not.
Oh, that's a shame.
You see, like, what are good wizard familiars that are exciting? You see there's a monkey that looks a little more intelligent than it should be, just kind of like grabbing with its hands and its feet both against the walls of its cage, and just like it almost sounds like it's trying. It's just coming out as just monkey screams. There's also like a small water elemental in what is essentially a fishbowl, but no other ravens.
So using my raven senses, so we have at least a powerful wizard in the just.
I should say I'm kind of forgetting where like all my NPCs are. You also see there's an owlbear. It's cool. It's in a cage about the size of like the animal companions' cage. It's not like familiar owlbear. Got this like weird blue and purple war paint on it, like around like think kind of like woad on a kilt. And some people are gonna take the wrong from past game, but it's not that. It's just like that kind of idea. Like this thing's obviously a suit of armor that you wear, like its cage.
So seeing through my familiar eye, so this is probably some powerful familiar or possessed item. So I guess my Raven can't do anything, as I just tell me what is in there. Best.
That's about 7 intelligence, isn't that right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. It's hard. It's about as smart as a human fighter.
What I can do, like free, have my bird eaten, or just wait and just tell me what is in the area there. So I guess I end my turn unless Sarah wants to do anything. I tell her what I see in there in Infernal. So, Sarah, anything?
Anything you want to do, Sarah?
I think I'm gonna do a sense motive check. Stick my head out the door. Trying
Again,
to
you approach the door, and as you do so, the guard just slams his shield into the door. I don't think you speak Hellish, so you just hear like a language you don't understand really aggressively in your direction.
Oh no. Oh no. Alright. I guess I won't do that. Well, I might as well sense motive the guard. I don't think I'm gonna get like, oh, he wants to give you flowers. I don't think I'm gonna get anything like that, so but we'll try anyway.
Yes. We are in Fairyland, and these guards want to be your friends. They care for you. They want to love you. They want to let you out.
And that's exactly what would have happened if she not won. But you just get the idea that they're just watching the door. They don't want you to like leave, and you get the feeling that somebody's broken out somewhere, and they're just there to make sure you don't get freed or you don't free yourself. Lucia speaks Hellish, so when Enterling approaches the door and the shield gets slammed in response, the guard just like, you don't want us to come in here and put you down now. Sit down and stop. He goes back, like, as Emeritus backs away, he, like, looks in, and this time he stays there, just looking right at both of you.
I will do nothing. So Sarah,
He will do nothing. Sarah, you got anything?
Guess I better just sit down and shut up.
Sit down and shut up!
Yes. I guess me and Papa, we have a private conversation about life in general.
So how's life? Terrible! Alright, Joe, you're on. What do, Joe?
Unmute, Joe.
Unmute, Joe. People can't hear me, right? I'm making noise.
Yes.
My computer hears me.
Terrible occurred.
So there's nothing here or here.
Is there or there what?
Nothing.
Doors?
This is black. So my question is,
It's did I reveal it?
no.
If it's black, then it's just like that's the wall.
Oh, okay. So we're heading towards a dead end, basically. Then
There's a. Let me give you a little more. I'm still kind of working with Fog of War and the stuff. You'd be able to see there. Escape does it, yeah. And there's another passageway over here. Well, you guys would be able to see farther than that. Let's do like
I have plenty of dark vision.
this to here and some here with some. Oh, why did I do that? Go back. It's gonna reveal.
Sweet here.
So 1, 2, 3. Go there. Go there. So you see, there's one passageway on the left, and then on the right there is. You would see about that, I guess. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, is that water?
That is in fact water.
Oh, that's excellent. Screw it, I'm gonna move for that.
Okay. It would provoke from the guy standing there.
That's fine.
Okay. Let me break out yonder NPC codex. What am I again? I am this one. So, plus not that much. You're that cool.
And as my final swift action before I do that, I'm going to cast my final spell on myself.
Okay. I imagine 10 doesn't hit you.
No. I didn't want. My current defense is 21, or armor class. Yes. Yellow.
Alright, cool. Guards in here as well. Let me roll. Let's roll a d4. I like that. On a 4, it's a 2. Okay. So we'll just do 2 more of the little dudes. You can hear more people coming up the passageways all around. So do I click where I paste it? Is that maybe? And then copy and paste. Sweet. So you would have. This guy's not ready for you, so you don't provoke from him as you move past him, but he sees you and he draws his weapon. So does the one across the way.
Okay.
So you're in the water.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
in the
so
water.
you go in the water and like it's not like stepping in it waist deep even for someone your size. You move in it and you splash and like make a swim check actually.
I have a swim speed.
Oh, sweet. You have swim
I
speed.
can breathe
So you
underwater.
so you go in and like well make a perception check then.
Perception.
You can't really tell much. It goes down pretty far. You imagine there might be some kind of passageway down there.
Okay. Excellent. So I know where we're escaping at. Oh wait, the other people can't breathe underwater.
I know where we're going. Oh wait, the humans.
Okay, I'll just kind of like be underneath the water for the most part.
Okay. So then we would pass to Van. Van, you definitely hear like big guy goes running down the hall. Somebody swings and misses, probably pretty wide, and you hear a really
Splash.
big. You hear a huge splash. Yeah.
Okay. I grab Mercutio and go. Big dude really likes water. Let's go. Let's go. So
He nods. He had like pulled back his sling staff and he had put a little like reddish greenish vial where you would put the bullet, but you pull on him and he doesn't shoot it, but he lets it go and he looks at you and he nods.
okay. Can I move diagonally around corners or no?
Can you move corners?
Can I
Yeah,
move
you can move. Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
to avoid this guy's opportunity attack.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So as we're running, I got my sword and my offhand shield thing out. Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me. All right. So, I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to
Okay.
take a swing at that guy.
Sure.
Somebody's got to swing eventually, right? Come on.
Somebody's got to swing eventually, right?
We've been in. Right.
I plan on
3 or 4
drowning.
turns.
So
16 hits.
Okay. So 5 damage.
He is flat-footed at the moment, so you would get your sneak attacks.
Yes. I only get 2. So 7.
So 7 total is what I'm seeing.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. I wonder if I can do this. I can probably do this. Can I mark him? I can't just write something in. Okay. So I'll just put the number for, like, this is guard number 1, essentially, and I'll put it in that. Haha. Okay, cool.
And I guess that's it. Is Enderling still there?
He is,
Or is he
Yeah.
submerged?
you probably see my eyes like just underneath the water.
All right, so I come
and
in.
the water, like, churned around as he's swimming.
Right, so I come in, I see him, I see the guards, and I'm like, so what's the plan?
I'm just going to look at you from underneath the water.
All right, I shake my
He
head.
plans to look at you from underneath the water.
Right, that's...
You probably get the feeling that I'm not going to just be like, I'm going to drown these fuckers.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh
Right,
shit,
well,
stay away from the water.
Right, I'm looking at him, I'm like, okay, so you're the one who loves water. brought me into this room with guards and water. So what's so great about the water?
Well, I mean, you probably noticed the fact that I have gills.
It's
I do
not
now.
subtle.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I am, after all, a scrag troll, so...
Right. Right. So I'm like, but I'm still like, so what's that doing for us?
You'll see. I'm not going to say anything.
Right. So that's where I leave it then.
All right. So what are we going to do?
Hopefully Mercutio was right behind me.
Yeah, he's moving. I'm just counting squares. I can't. That is the polygon reveal tool. I have to click this tool to move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mercutio will move about here, and he sees what's going on. And as he's passing Pogue, he draws his sling back and he fires at the guy that you had stabbed at, and he takes a little more damage. What are we going to do? There are a lot of things happening. These guys are going to advance. That would provoke from Enterling, I imagine. This one will 5-foot step. This one's going to not 5-foot step. And this one's going to... Can I charge? Do I have a line? I do not. Okay. Those guys move there. So the one that's like, I imagine his face is probably like half covered up by darkness right about now. Let me like rip. The one that's like immediately above Enterling provokes as he's moving by there. I fear Joe may be muted.
He does provoke, yes.
Okay.
And I don't have a spell book. I have a mead barrel filled with alchemical supplies that is closed.
Alchemy powers.
No, I was talking to Lucia.
Yeah.
Yes, it is warp-proof.
What was that noise?
Oh, it is my
Sounded like some Stranger Things.
it is my headset. It just a Wi-Fi mic I'm using. So yes, it is.
Donald's headset says hi. Yeah, that Jesus Christ. Oh. Okay, yeah, you got him, and that damage happens. He's gonna try to hit you.
Hit Enderling?
Plus, yeah,
Okay. Nope.
probably doesn't get anywhere. Okay,
No.
then I'm gonna attack Pogue 3 times. First attack. Does that hit? Probably not.
No.
Then I roll the same thing.
No.
Then that's in my threat range. So I'm gonna roll to confirm. Does a 13 hit you?
Does a 13 hit me?
Yeah.
No. No.
Okay, so I just do regular damage, and my damage is okay. Much less exciting when the crit fishers don't crit. Not a D4, no, Tommy. You take that much. His scimitar like comes across like where your jugular would be, but you dodge enough that it glances off your armor, but it still like cuts you.
Okay.
As this is going on, oh, I like rolling D4s. It's fun. We'll have another guy show up. But he's going to be a full troop. He doesn't attack because he has to like double move to get there, so he doesn't attack. Let's see, what can I do?
Does he fully move in like that?
Yeah, he moves from like to where he is, all like 20 of him.
Okay. Do some of them fall into the water?
They do not. Okay, so I'm going to roll a d20. You guys are going to roll a d20, but it's just to see if I don't nat 1. I have this guy's stats. I do not nat 1, so Pogue would probably see, like, as the orc starts running towards you guys, he kind of, like, starts loping gorilla style as he does so, dragging his axe, and then he jumps. And when he does, his body shifts again, and he gets a little more, like, his body looks a little more lean as he does so, and he comes down on that guard, and the axe just... I'll roll the damage just for fun.
This dude right here.
The one, like, right below him.
This guy.
Perhaps.
No,
Make
right
it go
below, no, right below the orc. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
He takes that much damage. And he is rent in half. Then I'm going to roll to see if I don't nat one again. Because he has the cleave. There's going to be a huge mod on that, but just ignore it. I don't nat one. And I kill that guy. And I think that's everybody in my reach, right? Yeah. The orc just continues to bellow. And what else can I do?
Where'd the elf go?
He's coming. You don't see him. He's stealthy. He's not an orc. The orc, as he cuts through these guys, he reaches back and he puts his hand on his bow, and the bowstring begins to glow the same colors. I don't know if Pogue might see the troop move down.
Mm-hmm.
The troop moves down. They continue to move, but like out of the corner of your eye, you see one of them in the back get pulled into that room. You seem to notice that one of their number is gone. They're more focused on the orcs cleaving through people. But
Right.
you get the gist that like Rivariel got to.
Right on.
And from what Donald is saying privately to me, yes, you would hear. Let's have both of you make a perception check. The two of you who aren't on the battle map, Sarah and Donald. So there were a lot of languages thrown at me. I think Lucia speaks Orc. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you hear just like, for the glory of Belkzen, and just boom. Like, screaming of men and like the rolling of body parts and armor clinking on the ground. You get the feeling like you know what an orc sounds like and you know what an angry orc sounds like. This guy is a little more like controlled in what he's doing. He's not completely like lost to the bestial fury of his kind, but he's certainly angry and he's certainly chopping people up. You would hear the splashing of water. You would hear what else? Guards talking in Kellish.
Okay. And Infernal Papa, it seems things are back to normal.
You hear the guards outside your cell. They turn. They head off.
Cool.
In Chelish, they begin talking about how the prisoner escaped again.
Do I get a name of the prisoner? Which one?
You do not. He just says the orc.
Oh.
He probably says something a lot more filthy and derogatory than an orc, but I'm going to say the orc because I'm a nice person.
Okay, so my character would probably be, oh, how nice of a person. Papa, it seems things are going quite well. A orc is giving them problems. If knowing what our trollkin and the orc can do just from the guard description, they should be here soon enough. And we can continue on with our next step of the plan.
Fingers crossed.
Yep. It is a good thing that me and you were put into this jail cell.
It is on you two. I'm not going to shift the board, but it is on you.
At the right time and the right place. So, and I end my turn unless Sarah wants to say anything.
Actions?
I probably need to stay put right now because the last couple times I've tried to get up and do something, I got a shield in my face.
Well, like I said, the guards have left. Like you hear something in Chelish and they take off. No one is actively manning your cell or the cell across from you.
Okay, so I would probably just sit and wait.
Yeah, it's probably
Sarah?
for the best unless our door magically got unlocked between then and now.
Well, nobody's tried it.
It's worth trying, I guess. I'll go up and cautiously nudge the door, see if it's open.
Okay, do you have spell resistance?
Let's see, how far are away from the door? Is the map implemented correct?
The map is correct from what you guys had saw.
Okay,
but
so
Sarah, do you have spell resistance, Sarah?
No.
Okay, well I'm hitting you. Nothing happened.
Oh, fuck you.
The door is also not like no one magically unlocked it. The door is locked.
Wait, so it is locked by not magical traps?
Yeah, no. I was just playing around. There's no magic on it. I just like making people jump. If you guys have no other actions, we'll go back to it's on Enterling. There are a lot of soldiers all over the place.
I'm going to attack that troop.
Yeah, sure.
Let's full attack it. The thing still isn't correct, so I'm gonna have to do this manually.
Yeah, I hate it so much. If I ever join a Roll20 game for Pathfinder, I'm hoping to do so soon. I'm just gonna I think you can make macros somewhere. Just click it.
Oh, I regen health.
So how much regen do you have?
Me 5 in water.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he paid I think it was 10 RP when he built the race to give himself that stuff.
Okay, I generally remember trolls have the regeneration thing, which is
He's not verbatim a troll. He just has ability score increases to reflect him and regeneration.
Yeah.
And a swim speed and stuff. If this game was a little higher powered, he would probably be straight up playing a Scrag, but for this game, we just dumbed it down a little. Anyway, attack roll.
1 second. I have to figure out all of the mods really quickly. Oh, that's not it. Come on. What the heck? Oh, I put it the wrong way.
No space. Roll 1d20 and make sure I get a 15. That's what I'm reading. A 28 does hit.
And this is at the troop. It said the team.
Okay, gotcha.
At the team. And this is the damage. Oh yeah, okay, that is, yeah.
Okay.
1 second.
It is true about trolls. But his regeneration is just he has to be immersed in water to get it. He doesn't have it constantly.
Well, that is pretty good. If he had it all the time, that would be a nifty thing to have. It's like fast heal all the time.
What? Okay.
Is that not correct, Aaron?
I forgot about
the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. It takes 17 damage. You probably is this your bite?
Yes, this is Moz.
So it's somebody probably dies in your fucking jaws as you do. They're still there. They're still active, but you've taken a big chunk out of them.
Okay, and then my 2 claws.
17 does hit.
That is the
damage. The damage from the last one.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I knew that. 15 does not.
15 does not. Okay, then my second.
A 32 most definitely hits. Okay, that is enough to disperse them. I'll put them on the map if you guys want, but several people lie dead, and the morale of these guys is just broken. Technically, if you want to use it, it does provoke, but these guys are essentially handled as 5 or 6 of them scatter off.
Okay. Are they still a threat, or are they running away?
They are. When a troop is reduced, is routed, so they are no longer a threat. But you're in a jail, and you imagine somebody's gonna like grab them back again at some point.
Okay.
So they could become a threat later.
I'll bite them.
Okay. Was combat reflexes your feet at third?
No, but I haven't used any other attacks of opportunity yet.
Okay, go ahead then.
Well, that's to hit 30.
A 30 does hit.
Twice.
That's the damage.
Okay. You almost take somebody out. Like you get a good like chunk out of what would be his femoral, but you miss by a little bit, and he just like drags his leg like Fallout style, like he just got shot in the leg. As that group disperses. And that Pogue, you're on.
Alright. It's kind of what happens if I take 2 swings at him. So I'm going to use my 2-weapon fighting. My offhand weapon is not light.
Okay.
So we're going to see what happens anyway. Ugh.
That does not hit.
And then the 21.
That does hit. So he has this one been damaged? This one has been damaged.
Yes.
So
does 4 damage.
Does 4 damage. Got it. He's definitely paying more attention to the orc that's charging at him, but like you're definitely able to like nick a little bit out of his side, and he grunts, shifts his weight awkwardly as the sword like penetrates him.
Too bad he's not flat-footed, huh?
He is not flat-footed or flanked.
Okay. So I take some swings. I look at the troll taking a bath, and I'm like, yes. And then that's my turn for the moment.
Okay. So let's see here. Grab us a D4. Another troop appears. And it appears, we'll say, here. They're coming around the corner. Big guy. 5-foot steps, because you can't charge in 5 feet. Guy rolls to see if he does not nat 1. He does not nat 1. And that's enough damage to just take this guy out. A spray of blood all over the place. It probably gets, like, all over Pogue. These guys, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They'll end their turn in the orc and Pogue square. It provokes from both of you.
Okay.
So I don't know. Almost nat 1.
Hold on a second. Sorry.
Okay. That's 22 hits.
All right. 7 damage.
Got it. And he does. Oh, wow. That's 40-20. No, I don't roll that. I'm not that cool. I do this. Okay, so between the two of you, like, these guys come charging in, and you'll still take, like, end of turn damage, but you stab one of them, and he just, like, sweeps his axe along them. They scatter. You both take... Well, no, we didn't reach end of turn, so you don't take any damage. They scatter. Let's have a couple bards show up.
Couple what? Bards?
Let's have a couple bards show. Yeah, now's the time.
Bards, they are.
Dudes with harps all over the place.
Right.
Question: Have any of you seen the movie Once Upon a Mexico?
Once Upon a Mexico.
Yes.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico, the Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yes. Those three.
El Mariachi.
Yes. Bards. They are dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
I think bards are sweet.
Are you a Mexican?
So those guys move in. Rolling a d20 to see if I don't nat 1. Well, I actually need to roll my stuff because I could definitely miss Mercutio because he has all his gear. Okay, yeah. This guy swings at Mercutio and He just like misses wide, and he 5-foot steps over here. And
So Mercutio gets to take a swing at him.
he 5-foot stepped, so
Oh no, sorry.
only
Yep.
move 5 feet in your.
Yep.
Everybody. Does anyone like? I know Sarah doesn't understand Celestial. What about Pogue and Enterling?
I
No.
don't understand Celestial. Do not.
And not Pogue either.
No.
Okay, so everyone who is not Lucia hears somebody in Celestial. You probably like it sounds super pretty and melodious, and I probably should have flavor texted this in the first place. But even when Rainbow Lady across the street speaks, like even like derisively, even when she's angry, she has a very like melodious lilt to her voice. Like she could never not sound pretty, essentially. In Celestial, Lucia hears just like I'm not gonna try to do her voice because she has a weird accent and I'll butcher it. She's just shouting for someone named Agruz, and like she starts shaking her the wall, not the walls. She starts shaking the door of her cell. And Emeritus and Lucia, you're on.
Do we hear that? I mean, does
No.
Yeah, you hear.
Does it work here?
He does. He kind of like, but he like his head looks up and he begins like almost like scenting the wind, like it's like a reflex for him, and he turns. Let me mark it on the map. Let me mark it on your map. Now I've become a terrible Fallout NPC.
No, Preston Garvey, stay off my Pip Boy.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, Pip-Boy, there is thing now in this game?
No, there are no Pip Boys, and it's over here.
Okay.
Like over in this direction is where the orc is looking.
Okay.
Sarah and Donald, you're up. No
So
Pip Boys.
let's see. So who is this person you are you're talking about? Is he a orc? I would be speaking in Celestial, assuming all the guards are out of the area still.
There's definitely more people moving around.
Okay, so are the guards coming closer? Or I guess I am trying to communicate to the teen women and not get in trouble with the guards. So
There's no guards actively on your door.
okay,
They're just like moving around, like they're gonna move towards like you can hear the sounds of men dying all to your
Okay.
left.
who is this orphan or is he orc?
She doesn't respond to you. You
Okay.
talk and like you can tell she hears you, like her hair ruffles and it turns like
So
it goes from like it probably doesn't change much. She's pretty incensed at the moment, but it definitely like darkens a little, like goes from like bright red to like crimson and then back again.
okay, so I'm going to do a sense motive. Well,
Okay, sure.
it is a shame that they just don't get love, sense motive, and perception as class skills. Being
No, you
perception.
just get a full casting class and all the knowledge checks.
So 19 sense motive. If Sarah wants
Okay,
to
what are you
help.
trying to get out of this?
Okay, so what is her current state of mind besides being in a distressed mindset?
You get the feeling she's like calling out to a friend.
Okay, so
You speak orc and she's calling out to someone named Agruz and just like I am over here, that kind of stuff.
So does that sound like a orc name?
Yeah, you can hear exactly what she is saying. And you get the feeling that like, yeah, the orc's name is Agruz.
Okay, I calm her down saying, I am sure he is perfectly fine and he is on his way.
That sounds like a diplomacy check to me.
11.
Sarah, you want to add another?
I don't know, because you see, part of me is like, why do I give a shit if this person thinks everything is okay? But then part of me is like, oh, I'm not.
In Infernal, Papa, think of the plan at the once we are out. We can use them and this teen woman to our advantage when we get to the Shaolin Temple and the Resistance.
Actually, Sarah, make a will save, would you? This time I'm not bluffing, and you don't have the +1 from your thing.
Damn it, Tommy. Okay.
Okay. That's good enough. You feel the pull of sentimentality, but you're able to decide what you want to do. So do you aid another on that bluff check or don't you?
No.
In that case, the Tian woman does not respond. She's still just shouting for augurs. She kind of she goes to stick her hand out and she begins wail I'm over here.
I'm going to let her do her thing and just relax.
Sarah, do you feel like just relaxing in the prison during the riot?
Does not seem like a time for just relaxing. Let's see. For now, the best thing to probably do is keep waiting, I guess. It's unfortunate, but I don't particularly want to help anybody.
Well, mentally, Lucia just wants to help herself, and if means helping the prisoners out, getting them out of here, getting...
If that serves your purpose, then it's great.
Yes. I'm trying to play the intelligent planner.
I see. All right, then it goes to Joe.
Hit the wrong button. Okay, so I'm going to attack this guy right here. And as I'm doing so, as I'm coming out of the water, I'm gonna look at Mercutio, kind of I'll just tell him straight up, go this way, the way that I'm attacking this guard at, and basically just try and get that across to them as much as possible. Go this way.
He understands.
Mercutio understands?
He understands you want him to go to right, on the board.
Yeah, over towards this man.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna test out these macros I just made.
Sweet.
There we are.
That is incredibly convenient and also duly noted.
And now,
What is he hitting?
This guy right here.
The one to his upper right. He's attacking you.
I'm attacking you. Haha. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh wait, no, that one D20
Yeah,
is
definitely.
Do not pay attention to that one D20. Let me just really quickly. There. That's the actual damage. Fix that.
Okay. So yeah, that's enough to take him out. He dies, and it's awkward to say he dies in your arms, but he dies to the claw attack. So he probably swamped into you. Because you're rending forward, so you catch him probably on the back. Your claws come down on him, and he probably falls forward and into the water as he dies in your arms. I'm going to use that every time a monk kills something, or every time natural kills somebody. But yes, very dead.
Oh, awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna try and see if I can hit this group of guards real quick.
You do have one more attack.
Yes. Okay. If it hits. Okay. It's a bit confusing. The feat I took was Rend, the beast feat.
Uh-huh.
And it's a bit confusing because it says nothing about hitting the same opponent.
The rend would target the same guy, so like
Yeah. But it didn't say jack squat about it, but I guess it is assumed.
yeah, if both of your claws hit the same guy, you get a free claw attack. Or free
Yeah,
claw
it doesn't
damage.
say that
rather.
at all. It just says if both of my claw attacks hit.
It'd be assumed same guy, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's speaking like it is later on, but let me, I have to manually type this in now. The macro is incorrect.
When it comes to natural attacks that have like claws to them, I just do 2 attack rolls to see if they hit, and then for both of them, if they hit, I do separate damage rolls for each.
That's what he's doing. He's just talking one claw here, one claw at somebody behind him. Would he get rend on somebody because both claws hit? I'm gonna say that like both claws.
No, I was just saying that Rend is really poorly worded in the universal.
Yeah, fair enough.
And a 15 probably does not hit.
Yeah, no, 15 didn't get there.
Okay. And that is all for me.
Then we go to Van.
All right, so I assume that you were swinging this way, and that this direction over to the right is clear.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm telling you to go this way.
Right, but I can't see other than so. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess. What do I see? I see a channel to the north. Is there something to the right also?
Yeah, hang on a second. You would probably get like that much. Well, a little more than that. You probably get about there.
All right. Well, I'm
There's like 3 or 4 doors as you're passing. One of them, like you can see a really like slender arm about like elbow forward, hanging out, waving. It's pretty well muscled, but it's not like the orc behind you. It's more like somebody like less bulk, more tone, and she's like waving.
All right. Where is she?
She is on your like immediate left, probably like straight left of where the token is. I'm also going to put another troop down.
You mean like right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So where's the troop?
It is yonder. You see a little bit of it.
Jesus. Okay.
What do, Van?
I want
We make gun noises.
to no.
Pew,
No,
pew,
yeah, right.
pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
Hit boys in the game now. There's laser rifles in the game.
Oh, Jesus. I'm just wondering if I hide from them and they come around the corner, do I get sneak attack or no?
Yeah, assuming they don't notice you. They haven't noticed. They're just coming your way.
Okay, seeing a whole horde of them, decide I'm not going to take them on. Here's what I want to do. Is it possible, if I don't go any further, to do both a perception and make a stealth roll to perceive like what's going on along here, as well as like what's over here? I mean, are there? Excuse me. I'll just make the roll and then you can tell me.
Okay.
Ooh, they're not
The
going to
spell
see
check
me
is a natural
ever.
20. Yeah, you are invisible for 1d. No, I'm not going to go that far. What can I do? What is the perception check for again?
I want to see. I mean, meta. I know that our two are sitting back away from the door, so I'm not going to see that. But I'm looking for other prisoners and that kind of thing besides this arm.
Yeah, you don't, because those two are being pretty quiet.
Okay,
so you don't see them. You see the arm shaking, and then you nat 20 a stealth check. What do I want to do there? I want to do something sweet, but I don't know what I want to do. I like rewarding natural 20s. You go to like crouch down, and I said there was a ring of invisibility, not meaning it, but a little ring like rolls out of your like the stuff you had grabbed, and you didn't notice picking it up. Just somehow like, luckily for you, it happened to show up there. But when it falls out of your bag, the garnet that is set in it hits like face down on the stone, and it shatters as it does this. Like magical waves come off, and they like a little bit of it touches your foot, and for the next that many rounds, you are invisible for 2 rounds.
Is that
As per the spell invisibility. So if you attack, it breaks. But you have 2 rounds of invisibility for the natural 20.
all right? Well, I'm going to. Is there such thing as readying attack?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna. I forget because it does weird things with initiative and stuff, right? So I'm gonna wait for. I'm gonna ready.
You're gonna wait for the troop to come and stab him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. And since it's on them, that indeed does happen. They are still entitled to a perception check, but they are 1d20 minus 1, so I don't have a lot of faith. Yeah, no, they got nothing. They are absolutely incapable of seeing you. Because you went invisible, and you're not moving, so your stealth score is 76 at the moment. Yeah, no.
Right. Something
Go for
ridiculous. Okay. I'm going to give it all I have. Let's hope this works. 22. Oh, wait a minute. Because I want to do 2 weapon attack. That's still only minus 4 from that, so it's still 18.
And 18 does hit.
Okay. And then with my other hand.
You get your sneak attack.
All right, so the offhand doesn't hit, but my sneak attack. So 13.
So it's taking 13 damage. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
The invisibility breaks as you attack. Everyone kind of just, as they realize there's this little halfling stepping up at them. That's probably enough damage to just straight like take somebody out, like get him through the femoral. He falls down and bleeds out. Rather, he falls out and bleeds down.
Right. Gotcha.
So then it is Tommy's turn still. What are we gonna do?
I glare at him.
Mercutio's gonna follow you. He'll end up like there, and you see him like pull back his sling staff, and he fires at him. This little, like I had described before, like swirling red and green potion, and when it connects with somebody, it explodes. They are entitled to a reflex save. And where is that exactly? One of these days I'll learn how to read Pathfinder monster entries, and it's so easy, so I should have it by now. They fail. They take... That's enough to wipe them out. You got that feeling this would have been something like Alchemist's fire, but when it connects, it explodes at a much wider radius. Like, had Mercutio aimed a little worse, like, you could have been in danger from it. It was almost like a full fireball in a potion. Big guy is gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm actually gonna roll this one for funsies. He, like, as he comes up, he lowers his shoulder and, like, rams the door. He does this, and, like, the hand is still kind of hanging out. He starts grunting in Orcish, and the hand pulls back just in time to not get caught as he, like, lowers his shoulder and charges the door, and Pogue sees... well, make a perception check, Pogue, would you?
Sure. Although, from right there, it's point blank. Come on.
The door gets knocked over, and you see a woman, like, the door falls in, and she grabs the sides of it and, like, swings around and plants her feet on the side of the door and kind of, like, rides it down, and she comes down, like, in a stance as she does so.
Dang.
She looks at the orc looks at her, and there's, like, half a second's pause before they just like embrace the bejesus out of each other. You worry for like the health of this girl because she's so much smaller. Like I described before, her hair is starting to grow back from where it had been shaved, except for a mohawk, and it goes from like, as she's doing acrobatic stuff, it's all like warm, angry colors, and it turns to like blues and greens and pinks as she hugs the big guy. Her eyes change colors as well.
She knows us little people can take care of ourselves.
Yeah. Her eyes are almond shaped. You get the feeling that she's not from this neck of the woods. You get the feeling she's from Tiansha, which is Pathfinder's like Asia essentially.
Right.
She kind of gets like a little nervous and she looks around and the orc from like a makeshift pack, he pulls out what looks to you like a white, like kind of like a head wrap, kind of like a cloth. And he hands it to her, and she quickly like wraps her head up in it. So soon, the only thing you see are eyes, and the rest is just like a white head wrap. The orc pulls out. It's not quite a robe, not quite like it's a little more sturdy, a little more like armor. She throws it on, and by the time she's like got her armor all together, the rainbow glaive and the bow with the rainbow are laying next to her, and she grabs them both. She points at the door across from her. She doesn't like, as soon as she puts on her gear, she goes from being super like happy to like almost as if like her entire personality has shifted and now she's like down to business. She points at the door and she turns like in the direction of where the troop came from, and she starts heading that way. And I'll put her on the board.
Do I get to ask who's there?
I hate being muted. You talk to her and like she looks at you, she looks down, she nods, but she doesn't say anything.
Okay.
And where is she? Had to grab this mini on the fly.
So. Oh, that's a. If any of you seen V for Vendetta,
have we seen V for Vendetta?
Yeah,
V for Vendetta.
Oh, I'm just picturing the actress when she was in the prison cell. I'm just picturing her. Yeah, I'm just the actress that played the main lead. Yeah, I'm just picturing her in the jail cell.
Asian Natalie Portman with monk levels. Yes.
Yes. Yes. It's
Except
a good
bigger.
thing. It's a good thing we have a heavy actress across the way.
That provokes 5:30.
Who are we talking about provokes?
Talking to you. Attacks the one above. All of these guys provoke. Yeah. These guys can't end their turn in your square, but they can attack you. So
okay, so the first guy, I don't know. That troop doesn't want to move in. Those guys all can't move into the water, so I'll just attack the first guy that moves past. No, I'll attack the troop. When the troop provokes, I will attack them.
Okay, gotcha.
They provoke when they enter your space?
They provoke when they move 5 feet within my space. That isn't a 5-foot step.
Okay.
But they all space as well.
Does this guy provoke? For me, then?
Oh, yeah, I forgot you were there. I'm very sorry. Provoked from Augurs. So I'm rolling to not that one. And that one. I do not. So
this is my attack of opportunity.
Okay. That does hit, and they do take that much damage.
Yes!
That is a hit. Let me...
I just fucked somebody's kneecap.
So they go down to 2 hit points, and then, yeah, you've got it. You hit, it's like just enough damage to push him over to dead. He moves up, and the orc, like, just big axe swings in a wide arc, and he knocks him forward, and he falls forward as your sword comes up, and he kind of just, like that scene in, that scene in Serenity where that dude just kind of falls with the sword. That's what happens.
Yeah.
He sputters and dies, and you got him.
Hooah.
Hooah, indeed. Now I need to take a bunch.
Big chest puff up.
Big chest bump. First attack. This is a Joe.
No, that doesn't hit. That is a tiny defender.
21 is?
Yes.
Okay. So then 23 gets there.
Yeah.
And then
So.
9 does not. Okay. What do I add? I add that. Okay. So you take that damage. And let's have another troop show up. This will be fun. Right there. And now we go to Ennerling and Lucia. Both of you, you saw what happened.
Emeritus.
Too many E's.
Yeah.
We did that in another game. It was Josh and Joe. We won't have that problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Anyway,
not another game.
Emeritus and Lucia, they both they hear the crash of wood and somebody like Lucia and Orcish were just, "I'm coming, my love," slams into the door falls down. And then like you hear just a big hulking and probably the sound of like metal grating on stone as this guy turns around and like starts loping in the direction of your door. It is on Sarah. It is on Donald.
And you hear a halfling yell, hooah!
And you hear that.
The cavalry is here to rescue us. Now we need to kick the Empire forces and get all the forces we can before getting our nice retreat out of here. Also, I need to get my familiar. So, just for point of reference, using my familiar, where are the other wizards' familiars? I just want to know for a point of reference what the map.
They're like perhaps 35, 40 feet away-ish, in like little cages of their own hanging from the ceiling.
Okay, so there are animal companions there as well. So me,
Yeah.
Papa in the cell, and then it would be Emeritus. Wait, so who is outside the cell at the moment?
You would look outside the cell and you see a really big orc dragging an axe that looks like it's made of like imagine like a Lord of the Rings orc's weapon. It's just kind of like metal that is awkwardly shaped and it is sharp on one end and it's like loping towards you with its shoulder down like it's gonna slam into the door.
Okay, so it looked like he's going to break the door down. So I would say Papa to get to the other side of the room. So I would be on the right side of the door. I would assume he would be on the left side to wait for the door to break down.
Okay, that's fine.
Probably a good idea to move out of the way I go.
Having a heavy door fall upon us is not good.
That would indeed be bad. Do you guys have any other actions?
Nope.
Not at the moment. Just get out of the way.
Alright, then we go to Joe.
Alright. I guess I'm gonna full attack this troop.
Gotcha.
So,
That hits? Yeah, that definitely hits that damage.
alright. And then, I'm gonna send my 2 claws to the troop I attacked last time. These guys.
Okay, gotcha.
This is the first of 2 claws.
Okay, that is enough to take him out.
Oh, that takes him out? Alright then.
Yeah.
Then I guess I'll direct my... I guess I'll just, like, make like a... I guess it'll look like a bridge with my arms across the water.
Across the water.
Swing my other arm back at the other troop.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That 10 does not get there. Oh, that was a nat 1.
Yeah.
I almost missed it. What I want to do... You have a hero point. You can reroll.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll use hero point. Not 12 claws. 2 claws.
Roll all 12. He's playing Prosh. Let me see how much damage you took the first go. I think that kills him. Right? Yeah,
I did
that...
21
You
damage.
did 20.
20 to him.
Several men die in your arms and teeth, and the rest of them scattering.
And
Is that all, Joe?
Yeah, and I won't take the attack of opportunity as they scatter.
Got on. The orc has lowered his shoulder, in the direction of the door across from where he was. Van is muted.
Yes, Van is. I caught it from you. I can't actually
Haha.
see the shadow or see my icon because there's.
Gaze. He is occupying the same square as you, but there you are.
Okay, but I mean, there's a shadow too.
There is a
You
shadow.
have the fog of wars covering up the token.
Well, he's stealthing. So,
Well, I'm not
Is
anymore.
that stealthing from himself?
There you go. He's trying to hide from the player.
All
It's
right.
one of those weird 3.5 prestige classes. The token became self-aware, and like if you ate too many Doritos, it gets sickened or whatever.
Right. So the orc was heading this way.
Like immediately, like he knocks down the door, and then he turns around, like just turns on his heel and starts loping towards a door that's immediately across the way.
This one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm not worried about that right now. I'm going to stop pinging and 5-foot step up. Does it matter when I'm entering?
It doesn't matter when you're entering, but
Right.
if you 5-foot step, you still get your full attack action. So since you're 2-weapon fighting, you're 5-foot step.
Oh, okay. So 5-foot step, good thing. Got it.
Right.
All right. 2-weapon fighting. I really need a light offhand. It's
You
much
do.
easier. I did not make one. Yes.
That does indeed miss. That one hits and does 2 damage.
Woohoo! So that's my turn.
All right. So, like I said, I'll roll. He could nat 1. Let's see if big guy nat 1s. Does big guy nat 1? The +4 is irrelevant. He does not nat 1. The orc begins bellowing and he drops his shoulder into the door and the door just falls with a loud thud under him. He comes kind of charging through, and both Emeritus and Lucius see an orc carrying an axe that's like bigger than a human child, the blade is, and it's also glowing like a weird brownish greenish aura that makes the blade seem bigger. He looks at Emeritus, he looks at Lucia, he grunts, and then he turns around.
In Orcish, we have other members of the resistance to save still.
He is turned around and he's actively leaving your grunts. And in Orcish back, he just, of course we do, Chelish woman, and just heads off around the corner.
I go and go to the corner, waiting for Papa to join. If my plan is correct, if they came to free us in this area, they probably had our gear by this point.
Yeah, we probably better get a move on. Get up and join our friend.
Yes. It is a shame that I used up all of my offensive spells already. Well, at least I have Acid Splash to use.
I'm putting you guys on the board, but whether or not you actively leave the room you're in is on you. So I'm just getting the tokens down.
Tommy, during the week I had a look at the armor wearing. It's actually light armor, so I just changed my AC for that.
Okay. For what?
Oh, the silk armor I'm wearing. It is actually light armor, not clothing. So I just changed
Okay.
my AC on my end.
Okay, so there's a spell failure chance on you. Is that what I'm hearing?
Nope, it's none. I just changed it to
From
cloth just
light to
for
nothing. Okay,
yes.
gotcha.
hmm
So Lucia moves where Lucia moves.
Yep.
Let me reveal a little more here.
I'm just adding
You
my.
occupy the same square as what you assume is that the woman, the TN woman who you'd seen across the street from you, but now she's dressed up. Well, make a knowledge check, your choice.
Let's see, TN. So let's see, figure out what she is exactly, what she can do. So let's see, knowledge geography.
Okay, yeah, we can run with it. Sure, why not?
Geography is maps and stuff. So I guess technically people fall under geography if they're from that area.
Yeah, I'll make it.
So 23 for geography.
So the woman is dressed like a warrior monk, like what you would expect to see from the nation of Minkai in Tiansha, which for Van who doesn't know, that's Japan. She's got there's a veil covering her face except for her eyes, and she's wearing, it's not quite armor and it's not quite robes, a little bit in between. She's got a really, really exquisitely made longbow, and she's got an arrow knocked, and like you can see all the arrows off her quiver at her hip have like really bright, intricate rainbow arrowheads. She has the Tien call it a naginata. Essentially, it's a glaive, but it's more slender. It's like a quarterstaff, but a little bit longer, and has a blade on the end of it. You move up next to her, and she looks over at you like you startled her, and she like realizes at you, nods, and looks back the way she was.
Okay, so so let's see. Do I know what language? Let's see. Poe, no halfling, and then do I know what other languages and character? What our
You've heard me speak Chelish and Kalish.
Yeah.
Okay.
You assume the guy with the Ulfin accent probably speaks Scald, but other than that, you have no idea.
Okay, so I ask Poe, do you or our other comrade have our gear?
And I turn around and say, maybe. Go free the others.
Well, I need my tome if I'm going to be breaking these cells.
No, you need keys. Go find them from the guards.
So, are there any dead guards in the?
There are very, very many. The troops are all like 20 to 30 guys. So there's several dead all over the place.
So I look for the closest corpse to look for keys or any useful items.
Sure. Okay, so roll percentage dice.
So 93.
Yeah, he has a key ring on him. Definitely,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay, so
this was like the janitor guard. He's got keys on keys on keys on keys.
Cool. So
Oh shit! Then we're gonna need to figure out which keys go to what.
Taking you like 1d4 minutes every door.
This actually reminds me of one thing from Outer Scrolls Oblivion, the Shivering Isles, the many key trap.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick one of the keys and then try them at the doors close to me.
Okay, closest door to you. Have I marked them? I have not marked them.
No, you did not mark any.
So let me roll a d4. There is one door, and it exists. It is in a place. It will say right here, right next to you.
Okay, so is there any other useful loot I picked up that I could give to Papa to use?
All the guards have scale mail armor and scimitar, but that's it.
Okay, I give Papa the scimitar.
That is a martial weapon, so Sarah, if you use it, you take a negative. But it's 1d6, 18 to 20 times 2.
Cool. Well, what's my neg to it?
4 because you are non-proficient.
Boo. That's bad. Okay.
You might still be able to hit something.
What are you doing? Donald.
Oh, I'm going to unlock the doors here to
Okay,
see.
roll percentage dice again.
Do I see anyone inside there?
Ending
So-
percentage. You do not. The room is
Okay.
empty.
Okay, so then for the time being, I will just continue checking the jail cells to unlock them if anyone is in there. And I am my
Okay, so
turn.
since we're on combat initiative, we're gonna.
Alright. So the guards are here and here and here, right?
That's right, and you can hear booted feet all over the place. Like there's plenty of guards in this place. The alarm is still going off.
So this thing comes to an end over here, right?
Hang on, let me get a little closer. This thing, what? Yeah, that's a solid wall there.
Because that's right. That's where there was. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like another entry. Okay.
There's not.
Was there an entry down here?
Yeah, you could see down there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, right now I've got 10 feet visibility, dude.
So we'll go 10. Yeah, I guess you do.
No. I mean, I should have like.
You should have
60?
more. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. So there's a passageway there.
Okay. Is that where a set of guards can come in?
Several guards have come up from that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. I can't exactly attack them where I'm at with my mace, or my scimitar, rather. I don't have my weapon, or anything like that, so that's rather lame. I guess a knowledge dungeon check. Where might my weapons be? I don't know.
Am I allowed to give her mace? She's right next to me.
That would be an action on your. Well,
He's just only got away.
are you hiding it?
No, that it's just hanging off of me. That would be visible. I mean, I'm
Then Emeritus definitely sees his mace like dragging the ground
right.
or hanging on like Pogue's back.
Hey, you got my shit? Give it to me.
So I'll give you the mace.
I am just curious. So how much space does a mace take on pullback? I'm trying to picture a medium-sized weapon on a halfling.
It was probably dragging.
Yeah, it's just
Behind.
clanking awkwardly, and yet he still passes the stealth check. Just clank, clank.
Because I'm a fucking ninja.
So you can take the mace as part of the move action, and then you can share a square with Pogue, but it gets awkward. But you could do that. You could go attack if you so chose. Or you could throw your weapon and take a -4 penalty and have a range increment of 10 feet. You have many options.
I don't really want to throw this because I know if I throw it, I might not get it back. I'm not really in a situation for that where that would be a good idea. So right now I'm probably just on the defense.
Okay, then we go to Joe.
Okay, I'm going to continue to full attack.
I go for it. I'm going to continue to.
I'm going to continue to at.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
the bite against this first guy in front.
Okay. I think he had taken damage. Yeah, he got poked. So, okay, got it. He has taken stuff.
Then I will do 2 claws against this guy. Well, my first claw against him.
Okay, sure.
Not 3. Pound sign. Not the rend. 2 claws. Oh, am I back?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to. Oh, I see.
I just rolled it.
13 does not hit.
Okay. Then my last attack, I guess I'll go back at this front guy.
I understood. I think that kills him. Yeah, that kills him. Crap. Oops, I don't have him selected.
Oh, and I
Oh,
need
no.
to regen health.
Crap.
That is all.
All right, Van, you're on.
All right. I am going to 5-step.
All right.
And I mean 5-foot step, you know what I mean. And
Right.
take a couple of swings.
At the dude. Okay.
10.
That is not it.
15.
Yeah, both of those do not connect.
Dang. Okay.
The first one misses pretty wide, but the second one probably like catches his scale mail and like slides off.
All right.
Then it goes to Tommy. Let's attack Van a little bit. First attacking Van. That get you?
It does, because my AC is 20, right? So tie goes to the attacker.
So tie goes to you.
Oh, that doesn't.
So it doesn't hit. It's a weird, like I said, when we first learned how to play Pathfinder, we didn't know how to do ties and it just kind of stuck. Anyway, second attack. That looks a little better.
Yeah, that one hits.
So that much damage.
Yep.
And then, well, how did I attack twice? Oops, I'm terrible. This guy provokes from, well, share squares. He 5-foot steps. It's awkward that they're taking penalties. Now what? It gets a little quieter. The alarms are still going off, but you guys hear the sounds of booted feet. Like they begin moving away from you.
So did I take 6 there or not?
Yeah, you took 6 damage, yeah.
Okay.
I just realized he had to move. So the orc, you guys are still on combat initiative, but they're bored. The orc, well, I keep forgetting. I wouldn't think Lucia speaks Orcish, but she speaks Orcish. So in Orcish, the big guy, well, you know his name is Augruz. Augruz looks at the monk and he asks if you've seen his friend. Like, just, have you seen my friend? And not you. He's talking to the monk.
Okay.
The monk looks at him and like I said, she was super like energetic and active and happy to see him, but now like there's no emotion there. She just looks and like shrugs her shoulders, shakes her head, and then goes back to the business at hand. Augruz puts his like head to the ground, like his ear to the ground, and he starts like sniffing and looking around and stuff like that. Mercutio is going to up here as well. And he watches Augruz do what Augruz is doing, and he looks about as concerned as Augruz does. And yeah, there's 2 guys occupying a square, and that's my turn. So it goes to all the top of the initiative.
Okay, so is there another cell close to me?
Just the one here.
Okay, so
I mean, there's other like little rooms, I suppose, but like the doors are all thrown open and there's no people.
Nope. So I'm going to check the other hallway down here. So do I see anything?
Yeah, hang on. You don't see any guards, but you would get that much.
So
there's another little passageway off at the bottom.
So it's safe to say this passageway probably lead up to there, just looking at the design with my character mindset.
It might.
Okay, so I go to here to turn around the corner. What do I see?
You see that.
Okay, so that's...
It does not connect.
No? So what is in there?
There's stairs going down.
Okay, so my guess is this passageway will lead to a connecting point to the other side eventually.
You aren't sure.
Okay.
Like, this room is entirely, like, you come in.
Okay, so...
you imagine guards would be here if things were going down, but right now it's just like, there's stairs going down somewhere.
Have a peek at the staircase down here to see if there are any doors.
Okay, roll perception.
I don't want to get separated from the rest of the group, as if I take any damage, I'm going to be knocked out due to the non-lethal damage I took. So
Yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah, it's one more damage, I'm knocked out. So 34. And just thinking, being in a Sultan harem, no, Lucia would not be happy in that. So do I see anything?
Like I said, there are no doors. Roll perception check.
Oh, I did a percentile dice. So 34.
That's fine. It could have been doors too. That's all well and good. But now roll perception.
Okay.
The stairs go down. You imagine they go down quite a ways, but you can probably see like 10 feet down before it just goes into darkness.
Okay. Cool.
There's torch sconces, on the wall where like there have been torches recently, but they have been removed.
Okay, I actually have the light cantrip. So is it possible for me to use the light cantrip as a free action and just toss a pebble down to see how far it goes?
You could, but you have not received your spell components and stuff for Pogue yet.
Oh yes. I end my turn.
All right, Sarah, what's up? There are two guys there standing in the same square on the other side of Pogue.
Alright. I can't really get around Pogue with where I'm at, because then I'll be in the water.
You could share a square with him, but there's I don't know off the top of my head what the penalties are, but there's penalties involved. I'm pretty sure you both take a -2 to your armor class and saves like that because you're bumping into each other.
I'm just a wee little halfling.
And he is just a wee little halfling.
Yeah, could we not papoose it?
Do you want to pick him up?
I guess I could. Pogue mine.
Pogue, this is a stressful situation. Speaking infernal as he down and reaches out to you.
Okay, do I hear what is going on?
You over this, but there is a priest of Asmodeus, not in full regalia because stripped of gear. So there is a priest of Asmodeus stripped of corpse paint and in his small clothes, reaching down, speaking in infernal at Pogue.
Oh shit! Oh shit! There's a nat one. Oh no!
So
you are 100% convinced, Van, that she is trying to cast an spell and touch you with it.
Yeah.
Unless Sarah wants to use a hero, have them, you guys. They refresh at the beginning of the session, and we're at 9:57. So
yeah, I'll use a hero.
Malika.
Well, hang on. Actually, that would be Pogue's, not Sarah's, because I'm over here. I'm not looking at the screen, so it's Van's call to check.
I'll use
Kalima.
Yeah, Kalima.
All right. All right. Yeah, you can pick me up.
Okay. Yeah. You don't know exactly what he's saying. The guy's coming out to get me. Oh no! And you sword at him, and then your better judgment kicks in. Just wait. No, this is not the thing.
Yeah. Pogue's been taking a beating, and as he's getting tired, he's like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." Just so.
All right, sir. That's a standard action to pick him up. Do you want to move into that square?
Yeah. Pogue's taking a beating, I guess. We can piggyback it.
So you put Pogue on your shoulders?
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's adorable. Now it's on Joe.
All right. There are two guys here.
Right.
Okay, then I'll attack the one that is less hurt.
Gotcha.
Natural 20. Eat my ass.
Oh man, yeah. That's
42 damage.
He's very dead. He dies screaming in your mouth. Dead.
Oh.
Blood everywhere. He might also be convinced that you were trying to cast a spell because he's dead. Anyway, proceed.
Yes, next guy. That is not a critical.
But it does hit and does 14 damage. Gotcha.
Am I gonna get the rend? Am I gonna get
You would,
the rend?
if the
You
second
gotta
claw
hit
hits,
again.
you would.
What?
Mm.
Yeah.
Y-
Yes!
Yes.
And he does survive both of those attacks. Yeah, such again, essentially.
Yep. Well, I rolled damage again plus 1.5 times my strength.
Oh, wonderful. So, you latch your claws into the dude, and you burst out of the water, kill his friend in one go, and your claws sink into his shoulder, and he gets dragged down, and you drag your claws across his body, and he just rips open and dies horribly.
Excellent.
Since
That's
it
metal
is
as fuck.
10 o'clock on the nose, and that was the last guy on the board.
Did Pogue go? Pogue didn't go. Van.
Van's
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
He goes after you. So
I just move out of the square.
combat is over. You guys are still we're basically on initiative because you're in a dungeon, and for all you know, people could turn the corner. But it's after 10, so we'll do a quick last turn. All the NPCs you've met so far, except for Variel, are up in that corner. The orc, some of you know his name is Ogru. Some of you just think he's an angry orc. He's sniffing the ground, putting his ear to the ground, stuff like that. The monk she has her bow out. It's not drawn, but the arrow's knocked, and she's watching the other passageways. Mercutio is watching the orc. So we'll start with Van, final actions and stuff, we call it.
Final action is I'm feeling pretty beat up, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast my Cure Light Wounds on myself.
A merry little Christmas. Cure Light Wounds for Max. Okay, sweet. Yeah, that's 9 damage back.
Yay. And sort of in the process, I feeling a little proud of myself for taking on these big guys, but at the same time, they look a mess. And so there's this,
You probably do.
there's this sort of oh, they'll never accept me in the finest places looking like this. Kind of. And,
For sure.
so, yeah, that's kind of where he's at.
Okay. Is there any other actions you want to take?
No, I mean, right at the moment, there's nobody around. I've healed. I moved off of
You jump off of Emeritus.
Emeritus.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it.
All you got. So then we'll go to Donald for final actions and stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the party, and I inform them what I've seen so far in the south of the map here, and then tell them about the location of the withered familiars, animal companions we can liberate.
So you say animal companions, and when you do this, I always forget in Pathfinder's lore, orcs are described as kind of like wolfish. So you say this, and Ogru's ears go back, and he sits up really fast, and he turns to you, and he's not gonna actually try to get combative, but he puts his ham fist onto your shoulder, and he begins he kind of rants about he's looking for a cat. It's about 22 feet long. It's huge. They're kind when they're fully grown. They hunt dragons. Do you have knowledge nature? Make a knowledge nature check.
A knowledge nature?
Yeah.
I actually do.
They make great house pets.
If you're an orc.
Right.
So 10.
So 10. Okay, so you know
You know what a cat is.
Yeah, you are aware that cats exist. They have 4 legs and they meow something.
So
you know, the hold of Belkzen traditionally, where the orcs don't exclusively live there, but they the majority of them live there, and it borders other regions on the map where like megafauna, like mastodons and like things like that, are common as like herd animals and stuff. And you get the feeling he is describing that as like, but he's talking about it like he's lost a really close friend.
Okay, so the cat that my raven saw, I described the cat I saw.
Yeah, he's basically, he describes a huge cat with armor like a dinosaur.
So is that the same cat in the room there?
Probably.
You get the feeling he might be talking about that, yeah.
Yes, I saw it. My bird, and it was having quite the interesting, interesting conversation.
Okay, let me whip out the old D20 here. Plus, probably about that, realistically. Does that number beat Lucia's CMD?
Yes.
So, Augur like grabs you by the waist and he lifts you up and he gets his face like right up in your face and like, where is she? And as she says,
I point in the direction where my familiar is.
You're not sure exactly where that is.
So
you know it's close, but that's all you know.
Okay, so I don't know where. It's close, but I can't say where.
He continues, just like he gets a little deranged as he starts shouting at you.
Can you let me down? I promise that we will get to them soon once we gather our resources and move on there.
Okay, sounds like a diplomacy check to me.
So 14.
He sets you down, but he does it like not violently enough to do damage, but he basically just kind of like throws you. You like skid to the hall, like you ran and like your back hits the wall, you slide down. He realizes you don't know exactly what like the information he's looking for, so he continues to just like listen on the ground and like sniff the air and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Any final actions before we pass it to Sarah?
Nope.
Then it does indeed go Sarah.
All right. I will turn the corner.
So around the time you turn the corner, you see slammed against the wall and slide down. The orc is pissed about something.
Sant Tant.
He like the orc is it's like imagine like if some child kind of like that, like something in his care has gone missing and he can't find them and he's freaking out about it. Like if you had a child and someone's like, well, I might know where your child who's been lost for months on end is, and he's freaking out about it, that kind of thing. It's all in orcish, so you have no idea, but
All right. I don't want to get my ass beat, so I'm just gonna look the other way for right now. Where is my frog friend? I haven't seen my frog friend in a while.
no one seems to understand what you're talking about.
Well, I didn't say that out loud.
Oh,
Where's my frog friend? Well, I'm trying to keep
Trying
up
to look
my
cool and shit.
yeah.
she's trying to keep up her street cred.
So at the time, I tried really hard not to cry while my teacher was showing clips from Pinocchio. I'll roll a perception check silently.
The 8 gives you like you know, Pogue probably has the rest of your gear. He had your mace. Other than that, it's just like the alarm is still blaring. The booted feet have gone somewhere else.
All right, I will go up and ask Pogue, like, can I have the rest of my gear back? Trying very hard to be polite-ish, but having trouble understanding what polite means.
Make a will save, Sarah. You say this in Infernal. This is still a stressful situation, and your curse still triggers.
Shit.
All right.
We'll pass it to. We'll go ahead and pass to. We're gonna cut the initiative around a little. But we'll go to Van for now, and then we'll have Joe end it.
So I look at her like, what the? I look at.
You are entitled to a sense motive.
Right. Oh yeah, I guess I could do that. Although I've already used up my hero point.
Just don't nat one again.
I don't like getting okay. So
you get the feeling that he wants the rest of his back.
I look at him and I look at Lucia and I hold up a finger, not the middle finger, my first finger. I'm like, first we talk, and then I'll leave it at that.
To me.
To both of you for this episode.
Fair enough. Do you have any other actions you want to take, Van?
No.
Then we'll go to Joe to end it.
Okay. Really, the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cruise around like the top of the water, and then I'm probably going to remember that there was some stuff below me, and I'm going to tell everyone that they should probably carefully explore up here to find more members of the Resistance. And I'm going to say that there's passages below me that I think I've seen. And I'm gonna see what's down below us, see if there's maybe a secret escape passage.
Okay, what is your swim speed?
My swim speed is core 30 feet standard.
Okay, so you swim down 30 feet and you like.
I'm gonna make a perception check.
Okay, sure.
We see a big ugly troll butt break the waves, right? Break the water.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm wearing like suspenders with like britches and like a dirty white shirt that's like been tailored to fit my large body.
Oh, we know you're wearing a troll kilt.
Has it been tailored for the third?
Yeah, I've raggedly cut a hole just below my right arm for my new third right arm, second right arm.
Fair enough. Okay, the passage goes down quite a ways. Like, you swim down 30 feet, you feel like you could swim for almost a minute, and you wouldn't find the bottom.
Okay.
You don't see anything special. You don't see any other passages. Is there anything else you want to do?
No.
Then we will call it there. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.